My bad, man. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Let's see real quick. Let's see, man. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my phone. It just died. So I was like, let me change to the laptop. Since I got the laptop now, I said, let me change to the laptop. Um this is not gonna die. It don't need no charge. We're good. Yeah, so yeah, cheers to the homies. What's up with y'all, man? Hopefully we could get the homies back in here chopping it up. Yeah, man, to the homie LA Original, bro, we miss you. I'm I'm literally talking you up right now. Maybe it's buzzing in your ear. We miss you, LA Original, around these parts. We miss you, my brother. We miss the AFC West Thunderdome. We miss it, LA Original. We didn't even see you during basketball season, my bro. Like, where's the homie at? Somebody put an SOS out for LA Original. Tell him we need him because the AFC West, we need him back in the AFC West for the Thunderdome, bro. And this year we should kick it off because every single team, this is the thing, this is the difference between old times in AFC West. Everybody in the division actually has a shot to actually be decent. Hey, y'all still there? Check. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are there. Let me know if you guys are coming across the live, man. Let's see if the laptop works better. We had a couple technical difficulties with the phone. We're here. You good? All right, cool. Cool, man. I had to switch it over, bro. I literally my phone died. It died on us, a flat line on us, guys. You know. Um, what part of the city you stay at, my homie? I'm over here like Green Mountain area. I'll be over here by the Green Mountain area. You know, the metro. I'm moving down the block too, so maybe I'll see what's up. So one thing about oh hell yeah. I'm right down the street from there, homie. I'm right down the street from you. It's actually one street from my spot. It goes straight to your spot, Jewel and Kipling. It's the back roads too, because I live by that Safeway. I kind of live right now. I'm living by the Safeway on um, all the way up the hill by the trails. Cool little spot though, bro. Like I like this area, homie. To be honest, I kind of like it. Like it's quiet. You ain't really got to worry about too many things, like just nature. You know, we come across some coyotes and elk and deer. Um, oh yeah, by the Federal. So yeah, you go up that block, Federal Center. You go up and King Supers, and you like kind of hit that loop, and you go up to basically the Safeway up there. I live like almost directly by them Green Mountain trails. That's kind of where I'm at. And it's been a lovely area because everything's up here. So when I basically the white folks just always look at me like I'm taking something. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you because I'm tatted down and stuff, and I'm bigger. Like they always are on me too. Like, what is this fool doing? But I've learned to honestly adapt around white folks, bro. Some people are like at the gym that I go to. I'm actually pretty cool with them dudes, man. I'm actually pretty cool. Like I can have a conversation with them, you know. So, but I actually picked that way of living and the time when I had to be in the slums, bro, the slumlords. I hated living in slumlords. I mean, like that was the worst way to live was around the slumlords and just low income housing. I'm like, man, I need some peace. I need some peace in my mind. See, look at this. Damn, what happened? Oh hell no. Oh, there we go. What the hell? All right, let's see real quick. But yeah, man, it's been a cool little adventure up here, man. Like where I live, and I remember when we moved over here. When we moved over here to Green Mountain, it was like I had to get used to it, but it kind of was cool, man. There ain't nothing going on really. There's not really too much going on like up here. Where you got to just stay in your own lane. You gotta adapt. You have to like create, and that's kind of what I did. Like started creating and just having a schedule up here. Um, so yeah, I can't complain. I can't complain about it. You actually, Mike, you have that reservoir over there by your house. There's like a reservoir too where you could go fish. I've actually caught a big old carp out that lake. Cool little lake, man. It's a cool little walk over there, but I hit some fishing over there. They got some trout in that lake, and you know, they got a couple like lakes for if you fish, if you like fishing. They got a couple like lakes that are near the crib, you know. They got this lake over there by an apartment complex down the road by Kipling, and it has some good fishing in that lake. And then they got the reservoir. Yeah, I'm across the street from there. See, I feel you. Yeah, we might have to tap in. You know what I'm saying? We might have to tap in, definitely, bro. Since we both in the area, I want to do like a barbecue for the community, homie. I do. The thing that sucks, homie, the thing that sucks about where I'm leaving, this place, bro, got a nice barbecue pit where you could barbecue it up, and then it has the pool right there, bro. So I'm leaving the luxury of that. But I told wifey, I was like, man, maybe we just keep the key. Maybe we don't even return the key, and we just barbecue still. We just still get it up and barbecue over here. We could use their pool and everything, their jacuzzi and everything, you know? That's interesting, man. Let me see real quick. The homie said, he said, every time I go somewhere, these white folks be looking at me like I'm gonna steal some shit. That's wild, bro. Nah, but that's the truth, homie. Sometimes I feel the same way. Sometimes I be feeling the same exact way. Like, damn, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna turn up regardless. I'm gonna turn up regardless, bro. I'm coming back to the barbecue pit. I'm gonna come back over here. They're gonna be like, homie, you don't live here, but I'm like, bro, we're barbecuing. We got a function. We got a whole birthday party. I lived here for almost 2 years. 2 years. I'm like a veteran over here, man. The way that these apartments sometimes turn over, I'm like a veteran, you know? So they can't be mad at your boy Savage for coming back over here. Because where I'm going now, the pool is like always closed. They got some project ass kids that mess up the pool. So like they literally close the pool during the summertime half of the time. Now you ain't never gonna get that at these apartments. This shit is open in the winter. You can go to the pool in the winter time, bro, when it's cold, it's blizzarding outside, and they're gonna have that pool open. It's open to the public in the pool, in the sun, in the snow. A blizzard, full on blizzard, bro. You could hop in the jacuzzi, you could hop in the pool. That's what I'm gonna do. 4th of July is going down. We coming back to the apartments. 4th of July. If y'all wanna turn up for the 4th of July, let me know. We turning up. We turning up for the 4th of July. We at the apartments. And then after we turn up for the barbecue, right across the street, there's a Mexican restaurant. We gonna go over there and have drinks for the night. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the damn thing, bro. We're gonna do the damn thing. Oh shit. So I've decided for myself, I'm gonna let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, bro. And you guys are all invited. Everybody's invited. My birthday's coming up. My actual birthday. See, now the concert birthday, when I was promoting the concert birthday, it's because it was a whole concert for birthday parties, right? There was a lot of people having their birthday in the summertime. But my actual birthday's coming up. And I think I'm doing a function for the birthday at the apartments. So if y'all want to turn up for the birthday, man, come celebrate. Come and celebrate for the birthday, bro. It's going to be a good time. We're going to turn up barbecue. We're going to do the whole nine. I'm 40 years old too, by the way. 40 years old. And in saying that, I'm actually going into some depth training I'm about to go back to the gym and start getting back into sparring. And I'm going to go back to the gym and get back into these camps for boxing and all kinds of crazy stuff. I got to get back into that. I got to shred up. I got to shred down and get back up cardio wise, combat aspect. So yeah, wish Savage luck in that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. When you actually do move, though, I was thinking about this. We were talking about moving and how, when you're at a spot for a minute and you go from another spot, bro, it's like, to put this in perspective, it's like, damn, bro, we are really leaving this luxury ass spot to go back to, I would have to say, the Green Mountain projects, bro. It's wild, homie. Unbelievable. We never thought we would be going back to the Green Mountain projects, bro. We never thought that. A day, me and wife was talking about that. Like, damn, homie. Chill out. Chill out. You got to put the brakes on, Rada. You have to put the brakes on. Just chill out. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I think I got ADD, Peerless. I think I got ADD, bro. I don't know why I can't just sit still. I think I got ADD. I'll just be like, shh. I'm 40 years old. I have a right to chill out now, right? I'm asking everybody, right? I got a right to chill out. Should I, at 40, you should just be coasting. 40 years old, man. Yeah, I got a right to just relax, man. I don't know how people do it though, because like my energy level sometimes is just like, let's go. We got to go through the roof. Like I swear I got ADHD. Yeah, I got to relax it up though, man. Shit, I'm almost 40. I have to chill. I earned that. Yeah, bro. And I feel like the same, homie. I feel the same, I feel the same too, man. Like 40 years old. If you've been through the crazy tundra, bro, and I'm talking about a roller coaster of a life, all through your whole life, through the young, when you was a kid, all the way through the teens, all the way through the 20s, the 30s, and now I'm about to hit 40, and I'm still here, and I still got my energy, I still got my health. 40, I deserve to just relax, bro. But it's crazy, homie, because some of us, homie, some of us don't even know how to just relax, though. We've been such active people and just like on the go. We've been on the go, bro, and it's like, how do we do that? Like real question to the chat, bro. How do you do that? Like, what's the first key to just relax and chill? Is it get a hobby at the crib? You know what I'm saying? I had a homie. He was a prison homie. And this dude got out the penitentiary and he started quilting, bro. And I'm not saying quilt, but this fool was quilting his own. He had like a quilt machine, bro. And he started quilting beanies and shit and hats and shirts. And he made a gang of money off that. And I asked him, what made you get into quilting, bro? And he said, because it's time consuming, it keeps me out of trouble. I don't have to worry about catching a penitentiary risk. You know, look what we survived. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like, real talk. When you put it in perspective like that, it's like, damn, bro, we survived some shit. 40 should be the year that you just relax. You know, and I got to tell myself that all the time, bro. Like, you're not getting younger, homie. You're getting older. You're getting older. Like, so you got to just relax, play the position, and just chill back. You deserve it. You deserve to relax, you know? And that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, yeah, you gotta just find something that makes you happy, homie, and just relax. That's why I do fishing and all that shit now. Because fishing is one of the most relaxful. Like, you relax when you fish. You gotta have patience. You're on that lake, homie, and everything is just chill back. You chilling, you feeling good, and you just on the lake with your thoughts. Like, damn, bro, this is a good time right here. You know? uh, all right, let's see real quick. Let me put this on. Yeah, so that's what that is, man. That's what it is. I'm glad I got this, bro. I got my laptop again. You know, I know what I have to do though. I really have to, and I owe it to the homies, the original family, and the feeling when you catch a fish is, yeah, bro. Like, I never understood. I really never understood till I actually fought and caught a fish and brought it to the shoreline, bro. I caught a big old, and it wasn't even a fish that you could eat. It was a carp, but that thing was like this long, and it had to weigh at least like almost 20 pounds, bro. It was huge, and I fought that. I fought it all the way for about 10 to 15 minutes. That I thought that shit was gonna snap my pole, homie. My pole said it just literally bent, and I hooked it like boom, and I felt how strong it was. I said, "Oh, we got a monster. We got a monster on that line. Let's go!" And I just fought. I just kept fighting. Let it go a little bit. Fought. Boom. When it got to the shoreline, bro, I couldn't even believe my pole actually caught a carp. Huge, bro. I said, damn, fool. The rush of fighting it, that's what gave me. I was like, man, fishing is pretty dope. Now, not all the time. Fishing can be boring as hell too, because you don't always catch something. But when you do, it's like, okay, I understand why people like this. Yeah, homie, you should have seen that pole. That pole bent like it bent all the way, fool. It said, I said, oh, this thing almost snapped the pole. I said, damn, homie, that fish must be a Conan. And I thought I was gonna actually be able to eat that shit, but it was a carp. I guess you could eat them because the Asians do, but you have to clean them like extra. It was pretty dope, homie. Hell yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, you gotta be built for it. You gotta like it. It has to be an enjoyable experience. But for me, going to the lake, especially when it starts getting like summertime and it's getting nighttime, when you're on that lake, homie, and it's just like you're on the lake with just quietness. You might have a little cold brewski. You might just be on that lake just chilling like, damn, this is life right here. This is what's up. You know, peace of mind, homie. Peace of mind. Like, real talk. Like, I, there's a lot of negativity going on in this world, man. And whenever you could have a peace of mind, bro, like, you need that shit. We deal with a lot of shit as people, homie. Especially like an individual like myself and like many of us. life be trying to get you, homie. Like the storm of life is just sometimes it's unbearable, but the real ones gonna strive, homie, and they gonna push through that shit. So when anytime you could get a peace of mind, you gotta take advantage of it. I've like my homie that was in here. Shout out to the homie Kill. He bought me a video game, homie, and I'm into gaming too. That's another reason why I like gaming, because gaming just kind of takes you away, and you kind of get if you're into story mode games, it's pretty dope, homie. So I've been gaming, and I got like 22 games under my belt. I beat them, homie. Like I beat the whole game, 100%ers, and I got the Far Cry. I'm running Far Cry Dawn right now. It's a pretty cool game, homie. Like, nah, Ben, I don't got no money, bro. I'm getting evicted out the crib, brother. Big Panther, I'm getting evicted out the crib, my homie. I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it when they have a PS6. I'll eventually get the PS5 when they got the PS6 though. But I'm still gaming off the PS4, my homie. Don't judge me. I'm still loving it too. I'm loving life, bro. PS4, and I'm beating games like I'm beating multiple games, my homie. Yeah, nah, I do, man. Everybody be promoting it though. Everybody's like promoting that PS5. I just never, I didn't have the money. Plus, I got like multiple games I still can run off the PS4, and they still come in clutch. You know, they still come in clutch. That's another thing I should get back into too, bro. But that's a harder situation to get like an audience to actually tune into gaming. But the ones that really like that mastered the gaming aspect and live stream gaming, and they got a whole entourage of people that watch that type stuff. Them is some goats right there, because like a lot of people ain't gonna tune into video gaming, but there's people that actually built a whole foundation off of people of them running games. I said, damn, bro, how you have to kind of master it. Like all the gamers have to be involved with that, and they watch these fools game for hours. Like damn, bro, that's kind of creative. And if you could make some money off of it, ooh, you make money off of it, bro. You just literally, it's the best of the world for you. Like you're making money off of video gaming. Bro, I got the PS5 for free. Winning bets. Hell yeah. And so right now it's so horrible. It is, brother. It's mind blowing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I think everything is just, I don't know, bro. Like we should actually not. Nobody should be living in poverty. Nobody should be struggling in America, bro. There's so much money going throughout the United States. Like, bro, nobody should be actually struggling, bro. So the luxury of like the video game system, bro. When I got that for a gift, and it was somebody that went out their way to buy that PS4, I said, man, I said, I'm going to play the shit out of this PS4, and I'm going to start gaming, homie. And I've literally enjoyed it. I really enjoyed gaming, homie. I really enjoyed the story modes. Not Call of Duty and all that, bro. Like, that's not my cup of tea. Madden for a minute, but I really honestly like starting from some scratch and then building your character up and taking over territories, because that's what the Far Cry is about. I'm in the process of taking over territories, bro. Building your weaponry and just literally completing a whole game. That right there is like, that's tight to me. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll run all kinds of games like that. The rich own it all. Yeah, bro. They're only getting richer too. We can't even get a step. I can't even get assistance from nobody, bro. Like I tried to go get assistance and they said, nope, you guys make too much money to get any type of. I'm like, damn, bro, how do we make too much money? We don't even make money like that off of just working. You know what I'm saying? So many got deported. Where are the black jobs? I don't even know where any jobs are, man. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, my bro? I am, when it's all said and done, homie, I'm gonna try to create a foundation for people that really like need to make money. And I'm gonna start some companies for all the homies and everybody that needs some type of income. We pulling all them in, bro. Like that's my main goal, is to have something that helps bring income to the homies that are like getting out the penitentiary, bro. And it's hard for them, having programs, real life programs to help people succeed after prison, and like real life programs, not none of this stuff. Oh, yeah, there's some help. I'm talking about like give you real certifications to like be successful in this world, because that was one of my main things, is like getting out of prison and not knowing where to turn, bro, and every door just slamming in your face. That was like hard to adjust to. And I swear, if I didn't have support, I would have went back to prison, bro. I would have just went back to the penitentiary, dealing with that shit, you know. Our landlords own 10 properties. Damn, meanwhile, we can't even pay rent. Yeah, bro, like real shit. That's not even a joke. You ain't fabricating on that, my bro. You know? I'm stuck on Runescape. Yeah, bro, it's mind blowing, my homies. Yeah, but that's the goal, homie. That's why, like, I try to tell people, bro, like you could, like, honestly, to everybody in the chat, create something that brings in some kind of income, and create your own type of income coming in a business. Like, easiest business out there to start for any of you guys that want to start a business: cleaning services, bro. I don't care what anybody, people could disrespect it all they want, but once you have your foot in the door to run like a business like that, you can actually start networking with other businesses. But cleaning services was the easiest business I created. Me and wifey had a nice cleaning business, bro. Royalty Cleaning. We had a website, and it didn't even take much for us to start it. And I promise you, at one time, the Cisneros family, before COVID hit, we was making like $1,000 a day on properties, bro. Like literally, we were getting some money, and then COVID hit. It kind of messed up the business. So if you guys want to start a business, man, cleaning services, bro, create a cleaning business. Take you $500 to get started at most. $500, bro. And then you would have to pay for, like, there's a place called it basically promotes cleaning services, right? You get one job, bro, and you land it. And it could be residential and commercial, homie. You get one job and you do good enough on that job, then people start promoting from word of mouth, and you start getting phone calls, bro. But you have to knock out that one property, and you got to really like do good on that first property, and then they start promoting you to their people, and their people start promoting you to their people. It like literally grew by itself. We went from cleaning a house to a medical center to a Pilates place to just offices downtown to houses. And we used to work for somebody. We used to work for somebody's company, and some of their customers actually joined our team, and they became customers. I worked now, but medical career is good also. Yeah, it's like Uber for food, but for med. Okay, yeah. So my partner, he actually is into that. He's actually into that for sure. He actually was going to get me on, but you know how individuals are, bro. Sometimes they'll procrastinate. But yeah, homie, like that's kind of what I don't want to work for people no more, to be honest. Like I'm tired of working for people, to be real. And if you know that you have the ambition, because a lot of people don't have ambition to do shit like that. But if you have the ambition, go for it, homie. If you have any type of talent, if you got any type of talent, you can, you know what I'm saying? like work on cars. You can start your own business, bro. Like, that's how you could that's how you actually get out this poverty ring. You know what I'm saying? You start your own income. Like you start having income come to you. And they're not paying fools that you work for. Like they're the ones that are collecting all the money and then paying you little bit of money. Like I'm kind of tired of that. That's why I need to go to Utah and create. Like Utah, that's one reason why I really want to go to Utah, because when I asked the people that live out there that I know, um, they said there's no competition for cleaning services out in Utah, bro. Like if we went out there, anybody went out there to them smaller areas, you might take over the game coming from Colorado. So I gotta go check it out. I gotta go check that out. Yeah, that was a good time though, man. That cleaning services was good. Then COVID had to hit. COVID had to hit and it messed up everything, bro. You know, it messed up everything. So yeah, bro, it's just time to get it. It's time to get it. I don't even take this situation right here, this situation of leaving this apartment. I don't really take it as a big negativity. Like there's not really a negative factor. I mean, we're losing a place that we literally been at for a minute. But I think honestly, homie, like when I get to this new spot, it's gonna take a little bit of stack some bread, but I'm gonna go. I think honestly, I'm gonna change up a lot of things, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it's from here on out, it's just go time. Go time. Nothing stopping the sevens. I mean, nothing stopping Cisneros family. I already have my Al C. I just fell off due to the yeah, bro. And that's another thing is too. If you got something like that, you're in there, bro. You're in there, you know, because that's always gonna be in demand. Like you just gotta basically get in there and just get your foot back in the door, you know. Um, yeah, so that's what it is. But shout out to everybody, bro. Shout out to all you guys. I'm just chilling. I said, let me get a coffee. Let me get a coffee break in. Get some coffee in the system. Get back to packing. Because after I get off the live, I'm going back to packing. I'm packing all this extra miscellaneous stuff up. Miscellaneous. But yeah, man. Before I do go though, I just to get back to the initial conversation where we started the live when we were trying to do this, man, I am I couldn't even believe the aspect of what TikTok did and people over there, bro. They just banned me. Such a bad look for people just banning. Let's ban somebody because he says something against your football team. And I'm looking at the individual. I'm like, bro, you don't look like the type of individual that would ban somebody from your live because he says something that he don't like about your football team. But then again, you want to think some people would snitch and they be over here telling on people. Like, damn, I never thought that fool was gonna snitch, and he gets the a person in a case. You know, like what part of the game is that, man? We live in a day and age that's just psycho, homie. Can't even take shit serious no more. Wild. Oh, let me see real quick. Boom. Yeah, I like this little laptop, bro. I got a brand new laptop. This little laptop was kind of cool. I had to get like so that's one reason why I stopped uploading regular content because I had to get a new laptop. This laptop right here, it's just fast. The other one it would get stuck and I couldn't even operate it. Like it wouldn't even let me press on things. But this laptop, what up, Billy? What's good with it, Brody? Oh, I salute. Um, this laptop right here, it's in good graces, bro. Like we in there. Like if I want to just Like with this laptop, I could just pull up music, do reaction videos. When I do get back to the house and I get back to where I'm going, um, I'm gonna go full throttle on a lot of things with the channel. There's gonna be a lot of stuff because I gotta get to a spot where I can just create. You know, that's a big thing with YouTube. Like people that don't do YouTube, the best quality, the best aspect of like just having a good platform. Because when I do this stuff, homie, for Colorado and I do stuff for Denver, um, it's all about us, homie. Like it's about representing the city and state in a proper manner, right? To everybody else that comes across. Like we are the Box State. And that's why I'm so big on this too. Is like with all the community, everybody that subbed up to the channel, like this is not just my YouTube channel, bro. This is like the Box State Business YouTube channel. Like it's all of ours, homie. I really view it like that. That's why I don't, you know, that and I appreciate the people that do like donate to the channel. I appreciate it. But that's why you don't really hear me like say, hey, bro, can you donate? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about that to me. It's about just creating and networking with a lot of people from Colorado, Denver, and even people that left the Box State. They have some ties back to the city, and there's stories on here that be like, damn, bro, I'm not in Colorado. I'm not in Denver no more. But that should bring me back. Like, that's why I really, you know, tell people recommend videos, bro. Like it's your YouTube channel too. Like this is we all created this. You know what I'm saying? We created this, bro. Like, because a lot of people on here are from Colorado, bro, from the Box State. So, you know, we all share the same interest of Colorado, you know. So that's just the reality. That's the truth, you know, and you know, it's a good thing. So when I say I want quality, this laptop was such an important piece because the phone quality, it's cool, bro. It's cool, but you only can do so much on a phone. You really don't have the quality of like the visuals, you know. You don't have the quality of like good quality with a camera. This laptop you can put in settings and it's going to be a better picture, better quality. And I'm actually pretty stoked that I got it back. You know, I got a laptop back because that was depressing, homies. That shit was depressing, bro. For my laptop to break down, the one that I had that I was doing videos off of, I said, man, I can't do a YouTube channel off of a phone. I can't do a YouTube. I mean, I could, but it's not representing Colorado in the rightful manner, homie. It's not representing Colorado in a rightful manner, you know. We gotta have the best of the best, man. We gotta represent anybody that comes and sees. You know, one thing I've heard from people, and this is the truth, is that there's people that actually said that were from other cities and state. Savage said, bro, your quality and just what you bring to the table for your city and state, it draws me to your city and state. Like your passion for your city and state. I'm not from your city and state, but the passion you have for the Box State, I'm not from there, but I really actually did Colorado because how you represent the city and state. You know, so it's a big thing, homie. You got to have pride in where you from. You got to have pride in, you know, where you from and where you grew up and where you were raised. You know, if you don't, and you're like them individuals that may become from the Box State, but actually act like they're from other cities and states. We all know them people. They're not proud to be from the Box State. And then they don't act like they from the city. And those are the type of fools that you'll catch actually saying they don't like the Box State, you know? You'll catch them individuals that act like they don't even like the Box State. And it's like, how do you don't like the Box State? Beautiful scenery, sunshine all the time, bro. The best, you know what I'm saying? The best health aspect, bro. What's up? What's up, Matt? What's good with you, Brody? Hope you good, fam. Oh, and I gotta beg to different, bro. The number one football team in the NFL. Let's go, Broncos country. Beautiful sunshine, homie. Like you go to other cities and states. I don't know if you guys ever traveled and you went to like some of these cities and states. These other cities and states, they're overrated. Let's just be real, right? Because when you go to the other cities and states, bro, that I've been to, a lot of times, bro, that shit is run down. Like there's nothing that's beautiful about them cities and states. Went to Kansas City, Missouri, bro. There's nothing beautiful about Kansas City, Missouri at all. That shit is just not, it's not a beautiful picture. It's, you'll have blocks of boarded up apartment complexes and stuff, bro. Like, nah, that's not the truth. You come out here, there's new development all across the Bauxite State. There's new development all across Denver, right? People want to come out here. That's why there's so many transplants. You know, there's so many transplants out here. Like people literally come to the city because everybody wants to be out here. Everybody does. Everybody. That's why for so long there was a fluctuate of people coming out here. I mean, everybody wanted to be in the Bauxite State. And then we would ask them, like, why you want to be out here? If you know, you know. This is not words from me. These are people from other cities and states. Only reason people go to Colorado is to smoke pot. Nah, brother. I don't know who you tapping in. There's people that come out here because of just the nature. There's people that come out of Colorado because of the nature aspect. Like there's people that love the mountains, thousands of people, bro. In other cities, you're not going to get that like that. People love the outdoors, homie. Like people love the city and state, and it's not run down like half of these other cities and states that you go to. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these cities and states, bro, there's nothing out there. Like went to South Bend, Indiana, bro, nothing out there. It was nothing, bro. There's no opportunity. There's no out here. People come out here because Colorado, there's money in the city. Like you gonna want to make money. If it wasn't that aspect, now pot was a big thing. It looks the same. Yeah, but way more development, way more stuff to do. And there's so many stuff that you can do, bro, from like Garden of the Gods to, you know what I'm saying, the Royal Gorge to, you know what I'm saying, tours of the Canyon City complex to, you know what I'm saying, like there's so much stuff, there's so much development. Everybody wants to be in the Bauxite State. Everybody loves the city, man. To going outside and there's sunshine, you know what I'm saying, almost 300 days of the year. You go to other cities, bro, it's all gloomy and depressed. People are depressed. That's why you go to New York and New Jersey, bro, everybody's all mad. They want to just jump off of a cliff and, you know what I'm saying, hang themselves. There, you go to some of these cities and states. Like I said, Utah, that's like I'm going to Utah. That's where I'm moving. Utah, bro, they don't even have football teams out there. Like them fools literally, I don't know, like, you know, like them littler cities that don't have sports teams. Like, what do you know? I asked that, like, what do you guys really do? Like, you know what I'm saying? But we have all sports teams, every pro type sports. Like, there's so much to do, bro. Humidity is trash, though. I can't do humidity, though. Florida, like I would say, Florida's tight, but it's too, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much humidity. Yeah, hell yeah. Colorado's the best, homie. Bauxite State's the best. Nah, man. You like if that's basically all you've actually done, snowboarding, you gotta adventure, bro. You gotta go do different things, man. You gotta go turn up. Like snowboarding's cool, bro. I never snowboarded in my life. Never have I snowboarded once. Nah, but see, like there's different parts of Utah, bro. Like there's St. George, right? St. George is kind of by Vegas. You got different parts. Like Mormons don't just take over the whole aspect. But like I said, Utah, I'm heading out there. I'm going to see what Utah's about, man. I'm gonna see. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go see what Utah's about. I mean, they don't have to mess with me. I'm not gonna mess with them either. You know. Yeah, eventually, bro. I'm gonna go see what's going on in Utah, bro. I'm gonna go see what's up. You know why? Because Utah got some of the same weather patterns, and wifey got actually a job out there. Plus, it's only like 45 minutes from Vegas where we're going. We're gonna go take a little trip out there, go get some bread. Nah, not necessarily will I want to just leave, bro. Nah. Cause like honestly, I'm into just relaxing, homie. I don't need all kinds of crazy. Like I say this, like there's a lot of stuff to do, but I can relax. I mean, I could just chill. I could go, I could go have a good time and light a bonfire or some wood and just have a drink by the fire. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. I'm that type of individual. I don't need. I've done all kinds of stuff. Now that I'm getting a little older, bro, I want a peace of mind and just to relax. I want a peace of mind and just relax. You know, um, I don't need all the extras, bro. Like I don't need a lot of craziness to have a good time, family, good times, relaxing. That's kind of what life consists of for me. That's I just want to relax. I want to have a good time, be able to barbecue it up, want to chill with the family, have a couple drinks. I'm good. Who Utah the you said the dirty area. I feel it, bro. Where you from, Derek? Where you reside at? Derek, don't come in here with negativity, man. Don't be. Why you hating today? What's going on with you, brother? Why you hating today, man? I could drink a couple of different beers, bro. I got in, growing up in the neighborhood, bro, we would have like Old English 40s. That's just growing up. Mickey's. I would have Modelo's, bro, Coronas. But I started like recently when I started messing with some of the white folks. I started messing with like what is it, Red Wicked, some PA beers, pretty good, bro. I'm trying to help you in Washington. That's where NBA young boy from. Uh, you know, like I started doing, I started messing with some of the white folks, bro, and I started drinking, PA beers, bro, RPAs, and like you gotta have like acquired taste for some of them beers, but hey, if it's after a long day and it's like a super hot day, bro, that cracking a nice little brewski, homie, like I don't discriminate. Utah got money, my company based there, good hunting. See that? I mean, I could do that. I could definitely do that, homie. I think for me, you know, that ain't beer in Utah. There ain't beer in well, where I'm going, they actually have liquor stores. They just don't sell. They don't sell on Sundays. You know. Yeah, bro. It was a new representation for beers for an individual that came from 40 ounces of Old English. Because I used to think actually 40 ounces of Old English was, they were good, bro. Cold ass 40 ounce of the Old English, malt liquor. But when I tried that and I started messing with, the white folks, bro, that are into that, I was like, let me try what this is about. You gotta be built a little different for the bitterness of it. They be strong too. So yeah, smoking a fat blunt over a beer any day. Yeah, see, and I don't blame people. I don't blame people because a lot of people will have that argument. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I can't even smoke a blunt and literally do anything. Like when I smoke a blunt for myself, I'm literally relaxing. There's no more activities for me. I'm chilling. That shit makes me so sleepy. That like I've smoked a blunt like before I went to bed. It was never my thing. It was never like you got to know what's for you and what's not for you. Like that's one thing I've learned. If it's not for you and you're not built for that, just leave it alone. And I'm not built for smoking blunts. Like I know some blunt heads that just literally smoke blunt after blunt after blunt, and it seems like they don't even get high. I'm like, damn fool, if I smoke half of a blunt, some good, I'm gone. I'm not useful to anything. Um, So yeah, man. Shout out to the weed heads, man. Shout out to the fools that smoking blunts. Homie, smoking for all of us, you know. Um, Old English hard. Yeah, Old English was like our drink when we were younger. Old English was our drink when we were younger. Baby 30 hit different after. They do too, bro. They do too. A smoking bong. See, I never like. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. That was another thing I tried one time, and that should have me knocked. And I never smoked out of a bong. I didn't even like to really smoke out of like pipes, bro. It had to be a straight blunt for me. You know, I never really like smoked out of pipes, bongs. It had to be a straight blunt. I remember the homie was on dabs. I never even did that. If I was gonna smoke, it would have to be a blunt. Maybe that's kind of weird, but you know, that was the only way I was gonna smoke. For real. Be chain smoking. For real, bro. You know, and I realized that at an early age, homie. And maybe, you know, one story I could remember, homie. Maybe I think it was laced or something, but I had smoked with my cousins, and like when you Arapaho Trues, when they used to smoke, it would be blunt after blunt. I'm saying they would have three blunts in a row, just in the same rotation. Before they would even get done with this blunt, the next blunt would be getting lit up. And I tried to smoke with these dudes one time, and I don't know if they put something in that shit, but I promise you, bro, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was literally gonna die. My mind started playing tricks on me, and I was like, I can't breathe. And then I heard some sirens, and I thought it was like a voice from the Lord saying, "Hey, this is not what you're supposed to do." And it just like kind of made me hella like scared, bro. And I literally got too high, and I was like, man, maybe this shit is not for me. Maybe this is not for me. Maybe smoking weed is not for me, bro. Maybe it was Sherm, because you know, I mean, I was literally I went into a panic mode, bro, panic attack. So maybe they had some Sherm or something. I took 5 grams of dab. Damn, if it's the sun or up, you can only smoke 2 back to back. It is gas. They used to have some. They used to have like some cotton candy with the crystals, bro. They had crystals on it, like crystals on the buds, and that shit was like sticky, bro. And I try to act like a big boy, homie. I try to smoke with them fools, and I literally psyched myself out. I think my mind started playing tricks because I swear I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe, fool. I thought I was dying. And ever since that, bro, I told myself, bro, I'm not a pothead, homie. I can't. I'd rather drink a 40 ounce. That's the problem with me. I'd rather drink a 40 ounce, bro. You know? I smoked some shit that before too. But yeah, but you couldn't trust what was on the 16th Street Mall, my bro. Back in the day when fools were selling off the 16th Street Mall, you might get some bullshit. Weed is linked to so many murders. It's funny. People act like it's harmless, stroke or heart attack too. Man, if you seen what drugs do to people, homie, nowadays, like blues and fentanyl and you know, croc and like sherm, you understand that weed is, you know, I mean, weed is not even on the level of that, bro. Sometimes cancer patients have to smoke weed to just relax and feel good. Now, you can abuse anything, you know, but I don't necessarily think too weed causes somebody to kill somebody, bro. Nah. I mean, I would have to argue, you know what I'm saying? Weed's not for me, and I admit that, but I can't say that it's linked to murders and stuff. I think it usually, like a lot of times, it has different effects, like the opposite of that, you know. Um, I love weed, but it ain't for everybody. Nah, bro, and I can admit that, bro. I'm not even lying to you. I'm not capping whatsoever. I am not a weed head. If I smoke some weed, I'm gonna be stuck. I'm gonna be here just like this, not having no motivation to go to the gym, not having no motivation to get up and do anything, I'm gonna be stuck. And I heard, uh there's different kind of buds, different kind of, you know, buds. And one's supposed to make you motivated and to just like help you with anxiety and stuff. But I done smoked both strands, and you know, it didn't. They had both of the had an effect on me the same. You remember Stoners Hill downtown? Uh, you remember Stoner? Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell yeah, by the skate park. Yeah, I remember that, bro. Everybody would be blow. We used to have at my school this shit called the North Parking Lot, homie, and everybody just went to go match in school, bro. Everybody was smoking blunts. I have 5 friends die from fan. Yes, it's messed up, man. That stuff's sickening, bro. It causes people to go do to the ER all the time. Yeah, but I mean, I know people that go to the ER because of a lot of different things. I know somebody that if they eat mushrooms, they go into the ER. I know people, if you abuse anything, you could go to the ER, but I ain't never really seen too many people go ballistic off of smoking weed, you know. And like I said, it's not for me. It's like that's not my choice, you know. Stoners Hill, yeah, Stoners Hill. I used to go to Stoners Hill back in middle school. It also makes you feel the strain name are the markings out to people. I don't know, bro. Hey, Derek, I think they might have been laced too. I think they might have been laced up though, bro. I think the people that go ballistic, I think that bud might have been laced up with some stuff, man. Bro, I can salute you. I can salute you. If it's not for you, it's not for you, you know. But yeah, I salute that. You know, stand on your principles, stand on your morals and values. You know, but I never really seen a person just go crazy over smoking some bud. It's always just a chill back. They always happy. A person coming down from Xanax, those people be off the walls, homie. Yeah, that's not a pretty sight. Yeah, they be twitching like so strong and concentrated these days. Go to Hill. Oh man, the young Stoner Hill. So strong and contracted. Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So what you think, Derek? What you think about Molly, bro? So you don't like weed. What you think about the Molly? What do you think about that? Them thizzles, bro? I don't know. I haven't really had a phone, so I ain't been able to actually chop it up with him. I hope he's doing good. He probably around though. You'll probably see him tap in. Shout out to the homie Rye, man. Shout out to Dummy Dodger. You know, my Brody, my big bro. I know for a minute he was in a. Hell yeah, Molly. Drugs are not good, bro. Like I'll say this. I don't recommend people like I know this. There's somebody in my gym. This is the crazy aspect. Somebody in my gym that's a health nut, right? The craziest thing I've ever heard people start doing that just like it's a party thing is that tranquilizer shit. I could never even I can't fathom why somebody would want to do tranquilizer. Horse tranquilizers. That don't even sound appealing. That don't sound and they made it sound like it was the greatest thing on earth to hit a tranquilizer. Now that's right there is overboard. I'm like, how does that a good high being paralyzed? Literally it paralyzes people. The trank. That's terrible. I had what What is that? What is that right there? Yeah, ketamine. No, don't. Hey, bro, young kids out there, man, don't be doing ketamine. That shit is bullshit. Don't be doing fentanyl. Don't hit a blues pill. Don't hit crack cocaine, heroin, none of that. So when and that's why I say, like, when you see the level of that, stay away from coke too, because I be seeing all these little fools off the coke. That's like right now, there's youngsters that think that's like drinking a 40 ounce at the barbecue. Let's do a bump, fool. Let's do a primo. Like, stay away from that. That's a no bueno. No bueno. Damn. It's not good though, man. Ooh, see, you learn something new every day, man. You better than that, bro. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You are a smart youngster, homie. Mac. You know you smart too. I mean, you way better than trying to do all these little damn drugs, bro. Out of everybody I know that's a youngster that I know where you come from, you have a bright future ahead of you, homie. Like, stay away from that shit, bro. Like, from a OG homie, 40 years old, bro. Like, you're better than all that shit, bro. You know what it is. You know Jesus, homie. Like, turn to that addiction to Jesus, bro. You know what I'm saying? Turn into your faith, bro. That's just some real shit from a homie that actually I got love for you, homie. You know? Hell yeah, bro. You don't need that shit in your life. You know? I've been telling you this since you was young, though, man. I've been telling this to you since you was young, bro. Like, I met you when you was basically, bro. It's been a little minute. You was a young ass kid when I first actually came interacted with you. And the first thing I told you is Jesus loves you, homie, and you always kept that in your heart. That's why, like, you have a mission, and you done left city state. You was doing good, went into depression and all that, and you beat that shit, bro. Now let that be your testimony and how people, bro. You know, nah, homie, we gonna block that comment. You ain't gonna speak that into the homie. Like, you ain't, nah. We deleting that comment. Hell nah. Hell nah. See, that's the craziness there. You can't just come speak death into somebody, bro. You got to speak life. Like, maybe that's what you need to work on, is speaking life into somebody, bro. Because, like, really, you can't just speak. Nah, hell nah, hell nah. That's like saying once a gangbanger, you're always a gangbanger, homie. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. You got a new identity when you, like, this is the thing is, bro. This is why you need faith. This is why people need faith, because if you put your faith in Christ, bro, you got a new identity. You don't live by them old rules, man. You don't live by them old rules, bro. Like, you got to have a new identity. You got to think of yourself and know what you worth, man. Because, like, that's why, like, okay, so let me make a point like this, right? A Fallon, homie, like a Fallon, right? I'm a Fallon, bro. And they say once a Fallon, you're always gonna be a Fallon in the system. I got out of prison, bro, and never went back to prison since 2001. And people could say you were a Fallon, you were in prison. Hell nah. If you want something, you gonna get it, homie. You gonna do every ounce to get that and change that shit up about yourself. Ain't nobody could tell me that I'm a Fallon no more. It's been since 2011, bro. I broke out of them statistics, and that's not my identity, bro. I did almost 8 years in the penitentiary, and can nobody tell me that shit, bro. Nobody could tell me that. Nobody could tell the homie that he's an addict, homie. That's not his identity. That's just a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he gonna have to battle it, but he's like the strong are gonna prevail. And I speak life into the young brother, bro. I speak life into my homie Mac, homie. You know why? Because he got God on his side, and none could be against you if you have God on your side, bro. All that shit is just like, that. I mean, there's a lot of people that live by that, but you ain't gotta identify as that. I got 2 extra tickets for the cool. Yeah, okay. Well, Miguel, that might be the plan, my bro. That might be the plan. You know. Speak to the addiction community, they'll tell you the same. Now, AA definitely. I mean, I feel AA will say that because if you slip up, and I understand that, like if you slip up and you're around it, most likely you're gonna fall back into being an addict, right? It's always there. It can always happen. But if a person in their mind tells themselves they're not gonna slip back into being an addict, and they tell themselves and they live off of this, whatever you tell your body and your mind, and you tell that to yourself, I'm not gonna do that shit, you gonna conquer anything, bro. You gotta believe in yourself, homie. You gotta talk to yourself and say, I'm better than this. It's just like the gym, homie. Like people don't want to go work out. But if you tell yourself, I'm gonna do this shit, and you live by your word, you gonna conquer that, man. You gonna conquer that. You gonna conquer that with it. You gonna conquer that with the action. You gotta live by action. Doesn't matter how you feel though. Once you rewire your brain with chemicals, yeah. But I always reject the meth and shit. I mean, now I don't know your upbringing, Big Derek. I don't know your upbringing, homie. It kind of sounds like you might have been sheltered. It kind of sounds like you might have came from like a household where you never seen like any type of obstacles. You probably maybe were a person that had a spoon fed to you. You didn't really have trials and tribulations. Like there's people that literally don't have your opportunities. There's people that literally have to go through struggle, man, bro, and find theirself. So be happy that you're actually privileged. You know what I'm saying? Use that to better yourself and help people around you. Because there's a lot of people going through hurts, homie. There's a lot of people going through a lot of bad things in this world, bro. So if you were privileged and you had a silver spoon in your mouth your whole life, you know what I'm saying? You could never understand a person's storms, you know? But there's a real life outside of your sheltered little box. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. There's a real life out of your shelter box, bro. Like if you live in a bubble, just know that there's a bigger world. Like in this world, like there's a lot of stuff going on, and you have to like kind of open your eyes. Don't be a person that just is naive. You know what I'm saying? Like take the blinders off, bro. Because right now it just kind of sounds like you get off on just like it makes you feel better to talk about people's struggles, bro. Like that's how it comes off. Now I don't know you, bro, but it kind of comes off like you're entitled. Like you didn't have struggle in your life, so you like don't have a heart for anybody. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you know, like knowledgeable wise, bro. We live this shit. You could never have more information than a person that actually lives it, that actually been around people that struggle with addiction. Homie, you know what I'm saying? You could never tell me about anything that really actually is going on with struggle, man, bro. We live it. We're living it in this real world, bro. Like we're not just getting our information from books. I mean, we're literally living this shit day by day. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you could tell me, bro. You know, I know who you are, like, and that's the thing about it is, bro. Like, you're Corey, bro. Like, I already know who you are. You're Corey, bro. You talk like Corey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't disguise who you are, bro. Like, I know your lingo. I know how you talk. So, Corey, see how I did that, chat. See how I did that, chat. That's Corey, bro. See, he didn't even disguise himself. That's why I'm saying people are not even good at making accounts. Like they make accounts fast. And it's a dude that I know. His name's Corey. He don't even disguise himself. Like I literally exposed that quick. Corey's the dude that did the Burger King, people. You know what I'm saying? He came on my live with a Burger King mask. So that's what I'm saying is like you have to actually know, you have to do this shit right, bro. Like if you're a troll, bro, don't get caught up in, you know what I'm saying, who you are, bro. I know exactly who you he got exposed. I don't now he's going back on his word. Hey, that was epic right there, bro. He's told on himself, man. Hey, man. So one thing about Corey, like, so you guys know, I always talk about these dudes that were like a part of the Bronco community that I started like going back and forth with, right? So these dudes, I had a conflict because you know me, I represent the Broncos in a manner that you need to represent. Like, don't half step. These fools, they don't have nuts. They got vaginas. You know what I'm saying? And they cry about everything. Like, there's no ounce of testosterone in these dudes' bodies. So when something don't go right, they throw tantrums. And these fools made a whole channel for. They said they were Bronco fans, but everything that was coming out of their channel was hateful towards the Broncos. Now, Corey is a fanboy of these dudes. Corey is this fanboy guy that idolizes these guys, right? And like he's a groupie, bro. Like he be in their comments like, "Hey, bro, I'm a fan of you guys. Like slap me with your meat, big old school liver." And yeah, he left. He's not here no more. So that's who Corey is, bro. He found my channel because not only is he a fan of these dudes, he don't like Bronco content creators. So he goes on anybody that talks good about the Broncos. He's on every post hating on the Broncos. And he found my channel. He found my channel through that aspect. And he's always been on my channel with different accounts. So I kind of know his get down because he has certain words and he talks. Every account that he makes, it's always the same type of you smoke weed, it's not good for you, you're a loser, this. And that's how Corey talks. So Corey's been coming because he had basically an account that he did, bro, but he's been coming with all these accounts. And the reason why I know it's Corey, because he has the same type of language and the same mindset. So whenever you see somebody talking like this guy, Derek, whenever you see somebody talking like that, just know more than likely 90% of it, it's Corey, you know? So that's how we know that's Corey. Corey was mad. He's the dude that was talking about the Chargers, you know? What up with it? Mile High Salute. Another thing about Corey, this is how crazy Corey is. So Corey hates on a lot of Bronco content creators, right, my peoples? But then when I went to Corey's channel, this fool has a video where he's Bronco down. He has a Bronco hat on, a big ass Bronco decal on the back of his room. And I called him out. I said, "Why you hate on the Broncos, but you're wearing all Bronco stuff?" He said, "My dad bought me that. My dad bought me that hat." So he tried to switch it. And that's what he didn't like about it, that I actually started calling out his fake fandom. You know what I'm saying? And he's from Utah. OG, triple OG. Yeah, we just sitting here, man. Mile High Salute. Mile High Salute to everybody. But yeah, that's a OG sub. He's an OG sub to the channel, though. You know, he just comes from a long lineage of, you know, people that don't like Sev, you know, Savage. All right, Big Derek. Well, if you want to come up and chop it up with us, come on the panel, man. Come state who you are, man. Now, this will clarify that you're not Corey. If you come up and you want to have a discussion, you're more than welcome. Show your face and I'll see if you're not Corey or not. And then you know what I'm saying? If you're not Corey, then we could discuss, you know what I'm saying, some NFL news. There's the link. I'm saying you're Corey. Now, if you're not Corey, I'll give you that. I'll be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll apologize, and you know what I'm saying, and we'll get your point of view. But yeah, man, come on the panel, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you got to. Let's see what you want to chop it up about, big Corey. Until then, we'll play Big Corey. What's the deal with Corey? Well, if you look at the feed, we're talking to my young partner. We're talking to my young partner. You know what I'm saying? He actually he beat addiction and he's doing good with his life. And he's just kind of telling his testimony. And Corey's over here telling him that he's an addict and he'll always be an addict. And I'm like, why you speaking death into the homie, bro? Like, if he's saying that he can fight this, doesn't mean that he's going to always be an addict. Yeah, he'll always, it can go sour with anything, but, you know, don't mean he's an addict, bro. Like, if he has enough willpower, he's going to beat that shit. Bro is really going to accuse me of being somebody because I speak the truth. Nah, I'm accusing you because you sound just like Corey. But I'm just saying, like, I know what Corey looks like. And like I said, I want to see if you're Corey or not. So come up, you know what I'm saying? Come chop it up with me. Come chop it up with me, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not Corey, we could just talk about your Chargers. We could talk about how the Chargers are going to take an L. You know what I'm saying? We're all addicted to something, definitely. You know what I'm saying? We're all addicted to something. Yeah, you know, the homie Mac, he had a hard situation. He beat that shit, bro. And you know, I'm proud of that dude. I'm actually proud of that dude. Don't mean that he's gonna pick up, you know what I'm saying, where he left off. He left that in the past. And he gonna fight that shit. And I'm proud of that dude, you know. But Corey, you know, I'm saying Corey because I think it's Corey. I'm calling the bullshit. I think it's Corey. Pretty much, he comes from a long line of people that don't like Savage. So that's why I'm saying Corey makes different accounts. Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? He makes different accounts and he always gets caught slipping in who the accounts are because he has the same lingo. And I just said Corey, and he was like, good for you. So kind of, I'm like, bro, that is Corey. Calm down, bud. My homie Derek. I'm dead. I'm dead, Rodders. I'm dead, my homies. Well, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Ooh, what's going on right here? Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is Corey, this guy Corey, I'm talking about, he made 10 different accounts to sub up to my channel just to basically talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? He just trolled my channel with 10 different accounts. So yesterday he had a different account. He had a different account, bro, named something else. And now he got this account. This is new right here to the channel. Bro, he too. Shout out to the homies, man. More high salutes. Yeah. I like I said, I don't care about the trolls, man. You know, they're more than welcome. They make the universe of the YouTube world go around. You know what I'm saying? The trolls are the trolls. They're always gonna be the trolls. You know, actually, Corey, I gotta start doing this again too. Corey is the troll of the month. I got a post coming for Corey, Derek, aka Corey. And yeah, bro, there's gonna be a shout out post for Corey because he had, like, in the last 3 days, he's you know what I'm saying, he's done a lot of participating in the channel. Like, he's been on here faithfully. So shout out to Corey, shout out to Derek. they pulling up, in clutch. They're holding down that position. They know their place. They're gonna just relax. Comment section, but they're always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And we have to acknowledge that. We got to give them a round of applause for being the troll of the month. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. Mohai salute. Shout out to everybody though, man. Hope everybody's good on this Wednesday. I just had to come. I had to literally get away from, what I'm saying, getting all this stuff packed up because I've been doing it for the last 2 days, getting all my house packed up. So I was like, let me come say what's up to the community, man, and see what's going on. But I'll stay on here for a couple more minutes, a little bit more, and then you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna tap out, and we definitely gonna get back to it. But yeah, I'm moving to a new apartment also, so I'm just waiting to get this stuff up and running. Yes, sir. Boom. Rapping, being hilarious. Well, yeah, man. I hope everybody good, man. You to the homies that really are like really showing love and support to the channel. I'm gonna do a poll too, bro. Like what y'all want to hear a little bit more of because I haven't did one of them polls in a minute. Um, I know for the football season, I'm gonna do a lot more. You know what I'm saying? A lot more football content. Still do the original aspect, and then we gonna get back to interviews. I got some interviews coming with some OGs from different neighborhoods. Like the interviews was going hard, bro, and I got in contact with a couple people um, that definitely want to get interviewed from different hoods. And, I got some people from the other side, the brothers, like they support. They've been, we've been tapping for a minute. I got some interviews with them. I got some interviews with some OG homies. So definitely be looking out for that. It's coming here soon. Um, Big Corey in the building. Big, big, big. What was your name yesterday, though, bro? You had a different name yesterday. You had a different name, Big Corey. What was your name? What was the account that you had yesterday that got banned? You got put in timeout for what you were saying yesterday. Got called up back. I gotta go see what that. I gotta go see what. Oh, yeah, let me see what this dude was talking about. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna tap out a little bit, a little bit. What up, Rock? Man, what's up? What up, my homie? I ain't got a phone no more, my bro. I'm going homeless. I'm going homeless. What's up, my brother? What up, my bro? What up, Valdez? I'm Derek from Washington. No, no. You're Corey from Utah, bro. Your OGs, they're from freaking Oklahoma, bro. We know who you're. We're on to you, bud. Stop it. Stop it, Corey. Stop it. You stop them shenanigans, dude. You stop it. Big Millie Mill. What's up, my Rada? Hey, Millie, Millie, come up real quick. I want to chop it up with you, man. I want to chop it up just a tad bit about a football related topic real quick. Come up for like a tad minute, bro. I want to talk about something real quick, football wise. Little Braves. Hey, Utah, homie. Yeah, yeah, fool. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you like this, homie. If I see little Brazy, homie, from Utah, that little boy, I'm gonna slap the shit out that little dude, bro. For bands, homie. No, Brazy going crazy. Little Brazy going crazy. No, you're good, though. You're good. I can't believe that little fool was on no jumper. I mean, see that's what I'm saying to the chat, bro. To the chat. To the chat. That's what we're allowing in the universe of politicking nowadays. Little fools like that, and you got fools in California that said that little fool was his nephew. He banging Dom Mood. He banging Dom Mood. This little idiot ass little white dude that just dumb. And that's my nephew, bro. You gotta stop validating this shit, man. Even though if you're joking or not, you're validating that. You're validating. Stop it, bro. You should have said, nah, bro. I don't acknowledge that. You got to do that. That's my man. This fool really thought that was giving them snap, bro. He snapped that little dude, man. Bro. Oh, hell no. This is my off, fool. This is the newest off. Let's see. Real crazy. This is the newest off. I go out there when I hit Utah. This is the newest op right here, fellas. Oh shit. Ugh. Here you guys go. This is the baby Brazy, fool. Oh shit, look a little Brazy. Look a little braze.
That's what they told me. Promise that I'll never be lonely. Threes. Hey. Big 30 mode, it made me trip when I got that call. I've been in my feelings, I can't even walk inside the mall. I can't even lie. And I press you up in juvie hall. You is not no Uber, you ain't never even touched the ball. If you ain't blown, you better go and get it back. I'm sick of niggas being broken down bad on their ass. You is not my aunt. If you can't even up a band, the only reason you got cash cause that dumbass will last, bitch. Ever since I lost dream, I've been trying to fuck it up. And yeah, I'm talking about spinning, hopping out them Chevy trucks. My little niggas shoot shit for fun. They got the switches talk, I'm talking fully ARPs. You we told all types of guns, the drugs don't work no more. So bitch, I stick to busting guns. And I don't need no pill to do a drill. I really do my stuff. And how y'all niggas talking tough, but you ain't never blew a gun. And I don't even hit the field no more. My little niggas shoot your shit up. Yeah, smoking hot. Yeah, exotic really in my lungs. You niggas all bums, go and get your bands up. I do not want that slut. She do not got cash, blood. Run around the city with bleach out. Put your hands up. Big 30 mode, it made me trip when I got that call. I've been in my feelings, I can't even walk inside the mall. I can't even lie. And I press you up in juvie hall. You is not no Uber. You ain't never even touched the ball. If you ain't blow.
What's really going on in this jungle, man? That's the ops right there, bro. Corey, that right there, that's the king of Utah, bro. That's where he runs is the Utah chapter, homie. That's needs to be banned at this point. Yeah, I never actually bought one of them ever, bro. I couldn't. I don't know how them dudes do it in the heat, especially in the heat. Helicopter. That's the ops though, bro. I'm tripping with that little dude, man. That's Corey's homie. Core. Let me find out that's the homie, bro. Let me find out your homie, Big Corey. That's wild, man. Nah, but that's why 2025 aspect of politicking, bro. That's why we like the streets are dead. You got people like that really just they're thinking they're a part of this culture, and then you got fools that are saying that that's their nephew stamping it, and it's like 2025. It's done. It's done. Let it go. Yeah, man. I'm so disappointed in the streets. I'm so disappointed, bro. So disappointed. You know what? You know what that little youngster said too? Utah's murder rate. Utah's murder rate was was more than Chicago. Yeah, nah, we know, Lady Chef. It's all good. He could be there. It's the same fool from yesterday. He could be here today though. He's not saying anything really disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. The mods is on him though. You know, the mods is on him. They've been abusing that. They've been abusing Core. Corey. In the 90s, you can tell oh dang, homie, like way different. Way different. It's like it's night and day, homie. There was a lot of honorable stuff going back in them days, man. And everything we did though, there was a lot of honor, homie, in the 90s and 80s. That's why that was the best eras of life, bro. Was the 90s, 80s, and some of the early 2000s was good times. But you leave it up to this era, bro. There's no honor in anything you do. There's no honor at all. Oh yeah, definitely. There's no honor, bro. There's no honor in anything people do nowadays. People don't really live off of morals and values, so you can't expect anything different, you know? It goes all the way from what you believe in to all the way down to the lowest point to even like sports aspect, bro. People used to basically just honor the sports aspect, homie, and be real passionate fans, homie. Let's put but now you don't nowadays you can't even get people to actually be 100% embedded in being a real life fan and being a real loyalist to something because they don't know anything. They never been a part of anything. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you on that, man. You know, I mean, it's a different time frame too, though. Back in the day, you could actually survive off of that type money, lower, paying wages. Nowadays, I don't know where you could really survive off of, you know what I'm saying, lower paying wages, really. You know, you need to like in this economy, being in Colorado, bro, has taught me and my wife a whole lot. You need two types of income, bro, to even survive out here in Colorado. That sounds familiar, my bro. That sounds familiar. Damn, homie. This fool's just thugging. He's thugging. He's But youngsters don't want to even work. They don't like a lot of people don't even want to work. I mean, it's hard to get people to actually want to work at all because like this era don't really it doesn't breed workers. It don't breed real workers. Like fools is a lot of laziness going on, bro. Laziness. You know, they started making it out that you know what I'm saying. Going to work was like a bad thing. Some people thought going to work was a bad thing. Oh yeah, yeah, Indeed.com. I know what that is. Yeah, I've been on it a couple times, seeing what's up with different job, different opportunities. It's wild, man. I don't know, Millie. That job, that link. I don't know why it ain't working, bro. So I tell people like this, man, because I have like this is real conversation. This is real like real talk. Like especially because a lot of people I know they especially getting out like of doing time or something. They have good intentions to try to basically get on their feet and want to work and want to do stuff accordingly. But a lot of people want to get ahead of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will get ahead of themselves and be like, I'm not gonna, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't work for that aspect. Oh shit, my damn, bro, that sucks. Nah, it's damn. They're messing it up again, homie. That's wild, bro. So my question to the homie Millie, we got some of the key players off that Super Bowl roster on the defense side of the ball. How you feel they will fit in with the Broncos defense? How do you feel like just knowing what kind of players they were? What's your true feeling? And you could put the aspect into they were like one of the players was injured all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like just real, true, hardcore facts from a 49er fan, you know? Um, nah, Trey Jobs is every prevalent. Yeah. How most people stuff. Okay. Well, yeah. How you guys feel about that? How you guys feel about that, man? Because I really like me and Millie always talk about this. We always chop it up about this. Millie, if you ain't checked out his channel right there, Wi-Fi, he a big Niner fan, bro. He's the homie. You know what I'm saying? Me and him are tapped in. Like, he represents the Niner, the Empire pretty deep. And we always talk about this. The Bronco blood and the 49er blood, there was a lot of correlations over the years in the history of the teams, right? So it was like not surprising when we actually acquired these players from the Niners. You know what I'm saying? And me and Millie over the years, we kind of we've kind of put it out there like in the Chiefs and Niners Super Bowl, I was going for the 49ers in that Super Bowl because of just because the Niners are Raider haters, and anybody that's a enemy to my enemies, we are, you know what I'm saying? We're good. We're good. Perfectly bringing the violent back to, yeah, we needed that though. We needed that. We needed that. We needed that violent home record, just crunch mouth, just going crazy. And I think with them filling them positions at the position group that we needed the most. I think this takes the Broncos defense. See, and that's another thing too. That's another thing that Corey would talk about. That's why I think it's you, Corey, because Corey would always say different things, and it didn't even matter if it had anything to do with his team. Anything he could go at the Broncos with, bro, it didn't even matter if it was like a Raiders conversation. He's going to say Raiders are going to smash on the Broncos. That's just how Corey's lingo is. So that's why I'm like, that's Corey. That is Corey right there, because that's exactly what something Corey would say right there. So my next question to Millie and the other homie: were they injury prone before Greenlaw gets injured in the Super Bowl? Was he injured? Did he have a lot of injury history before that? Tonga. And like what I'm seeing right now is because I feel like the Broncos right now, I feel like the Broncos have some of the best training aspect with people that actually get fit and get ready for the season. So both tackle good too. They was taught to wrap up and hit the target. Okay. I needed to know that because this is the thing, and this was the narrative, right? This was the narrative of the Broncos when they brought these dudes in. People were just saying that they were just going to be injured all the time. Now, Greenlaw, he had a little setback, but they're saying that he's going to be ready for the start of the season. So, like that narrative that he's just going to be out for a whole half of the season was just absolutely shenanigans. But when it comes to the Broncos, you're always going to have people like talk like that. It's like, chill out, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about. He's injured himself running on the field during the Super Bowl. No, he did. He absolutely did. Not prone, but Greenlaw plays violent, putting his health at risk. Okay, he's one of them. He's one of them Brian Dock and Steve Atwater type players. Yeah, okay. I could dig it. Greenlaw before the Super Bowl stayed healthy. Has a little injury history, but that's because he plays hard, but he's still reliable. And that's what we needed to get because we have Brandon Jones back there, safety play, and we needed another key player back there to have that safety duel. You know what I'm saying? One thing that the Broncos, especially like the critical aspect of the Broncos, was linebacker play. And that's why I really wanted to know about Greenlaw, because our big splinter in the foot reason why the Broncos anytime would get basically thrown on, it would be the tight ends. And that's kind of what was probably the worst situation for the Broncos defense, was the linebacker play. We didn't have like any tight ends that were really physical that could cover any linebackers that could cover a tight end, you know. Randy Gregory, I don't know, because the thing about him, like he just basically, it didn't even matter if he was healthy, bro. This fool always would act injured. He would act injured because there's no way you come back from an injury and then 2 minutes later you have another type of injury. Like he acted injury. I think he just wanted a paycheck, to be real, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Why though? Let's see if it works. Let me see if it works one more time. I don't understand why that ain't working. Let's try it one more time. Maybe it timed out. I'm gonna try it one more time. See if it works now, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's YouTube right now. Maybe StreamYard's acting up. There we go. Okay. Maybe it just timed out. Let me see. Let me try to bring you up here, Lady Sev. Lady Sav, you there? Okay. Hey, Millie, try to hit that link. Yeah, hit that link one more time, Arata. Let's see if it works now, bro. Millie, Lady Sav, she got up here. Let's see if it works for you now, bro. The link got intercepted like Bo Nix throws. You know what? I mean, that's kind of fairy tale though, because Bo Nix really didn't have a lot of interceptions, my brother, last year. Yeah, his interception percentage was down. See, see, see. You're just talking. You're just talking. You're just talking to talk. You know. He didn't really have too many interceptions, bro. Like the first couple games, yeah, but he was pretty much a clean thrower. Like, you know why? Because Bo Nix is actually accurate, bro. He's actually accurate. You know. Now let's see real quick. Let's see if it lets you up. What's up, my brother? What's up, my Rada? Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the homies. Yeah, we just over here relaxing, shooting the shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, you when it's a Bronco hater, bro, you're gonna always hear people say some false narratives. It's like pretty much the narrative that Bo Nix is just a check down machine. That's all he does. Like if you watch the Broncos, bro, he's going down the field a lot. And some of his biggest throws were like 50-yard bombs, bro, 60-yard bombs. Like there's actual multiple plays last year. He's bombing down the field. Now, the thing about it is Bo Nix didn't really have reliable wide receivers because everybody's trying to figure out like the system and trying to figure out under a rookie quarterback. But now it's a different story because there's a lot of more weaponry on this team all the way around. So Bo Nix is going to he's going to do very good this year, and he's about to produce a lot, you know. Bo Picks going to be his new nickname. Doe Ray. Yeah, I don't know, Millie Mill. I don't know if I mean, I beg to differ. on that, bro. You know, the thing about it is, bro, the Broncos got depth. They got depth at wide receiver. Like their depth is crazy, bro. Like, and then this is the thing. When we say we don't have no wide receivers, there's a reliable tight end that came in the building. You know, one thing that Bo Nix didn't have last year was the third down comfort blanket. There was no tight end that there was no tight end on this wide receiver core of this team that put fear in anybody. But you got a third down machine, bro. Evan Ingram, that's a comfort blanket in the South. You know, another thing that the Broncos didn't have was a run game, bro. And we got punishers. We got a running back from the Chargers, which you know his name well, and you know he's gonna light it up with this Broncos team. You guys gave us a gem. You gave us a shiner. You gave us a toy. And now you gave Bo Nix a running game? Oh, bro, you're in for a rude awakening. It's the first year Peyton Manning wasn't even good in his beginning. Let's be real. Let's be real. You know? You can't win. You can't win the argument, Big Corey Derek, because this is the thing is we got a better defense than the Chargers. We got a better defense than the Raiders. We got a better defense than the Chiefs. Our defense is superior to any defense in the division. And then you top that off with a confident young stud over there coming into his second year, has the playoff confidence. It's gonna be very, very bruising for teams to face that, you know. Oh yeah, definitely, Big Eric. We needed that quarterback. We got that. We got that young stud. We got that young stud. Oh no, you're good. You're good. We got that young stud. And one thing about my boy Bo Nix, because I'm really that's my dog. I'm getting his jersey. That's the next jersey I get. He's not scared to go head to head with the biggest and the baddest. He'll go up against anybody. He want the smoke. He want the fade, and that's what he's gonna bring. Hell yeah, nah, definitely, bro. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love the sound of that. I love the sound of people confidence in that big block. You know what I'm saying? And we got that quarterback. We got a stud, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, man. To be a Bronco fan at this time, after everything we went through, it's a beautiful thing, homie. And every Bronco fan out there, y'all deserve it. This one's for you. This future, this new era of Broncos football, y'all let that be known, man. It's for you, you know. We went through a lot of shit as Bronco fans, man. I'll tell you that. But you only could be down for so long until you start going up. We know that in life, like sometimes you got to hit rock bottom before you can go up. And I agree with that. I agree with that for sure, for sure. But the only coach in this division that I actually be like is on the level of my coach and above the aspect is Andy Reid. The other coaches, bro, I'm not really too worried about them. Jimmy Stem. Like, I'm not too worried about the Chargers because, like I said yesterday, they got a good team. They got talent over there, but they're the Chargers. Nobody really takes that as like, you know, a real threat. They're not really a threat to anybody when it comes to real meaningful football. They're always going to do Charger things, you know? And then Pete Carroll, Gino. I'm not underestimating my bro. I'm not underestimating. Don't underestimate Jimmy. I'm gonna say like this. He's a step up. He's a step up to what they had, bro. But when I look at it, you know, he was always good regular season, definitely. But he don't have nothing in that case of, you know, his history don't say Super Bowl winning coach, you know. So like, and the Chargers don't say Super Bowl winning franchise. So in all correlations, I'm like, all the regular season acclimates for nothing, you know. All the regulars, yeah, and then for sure. And I'm saying you can never underestimate anybody in the division. But I think with these division opponents, like, to be honest, I think with these division opponents, they underestimate the Broncos. I think these division opponents think that this is the same Broncos team for since Peyton Manning. I think they don't understand the force that has entered into the chat because, yeah, since Peyton Manning, we've had bad teams. We've had bad management. We've had bad head coaches. We've had bad quarterback play. We've had bad defense. We had technically above average defense. But I think these people still think it's the same old Broncos. And you know, another thing is too, is that even with the action that's been shown last year, they're taking it as that was just a fluke. Beginner's luck. That it's not going to happen. It's not a consistent thing. So I have to stay reminding these people that's just not how it goes. You have Sean Payton. You got Sean Payton, a guru in building foundations and winning, a winner. And you let this dude, this is not Hackett, this is not Vance Joseph, this is not all them fools that were trying to get it together for Broncos. You let a guru actually get a quarterback that he loves and he's seen something in this dude. And you let him get a quarterback, and that's the main foundation link. and now they have surrounding stuff that they can actually build off of. And you don't think that the Broncos can actually start running the table and headhunt these Chief boys? I just think it's ludicrous. I think it's ludicrous and ludicrous how people still just kind of just undercut what the Broncos are accomplishing, because a lot of people said it was a reach, man, for Bo Nix. A lot of people said this, man. Even Bronco fans, they said this. It was a reach for Bo Nix. Sean Payton, he's like, bro, I know football better than all you guys. Like, chill out. I do this. And he was confident about the pick. He didn't care about what anybody said. In the show last year. And even with the accomplishment, with not having wide receivers, they went to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback, bro, which was not supposed to win 4 or 5 games. And the Broncos literally took a playoff spot from the Bengals. You know, like, that's an accomplishment, homie. In his first year with no wide receivers, a first-year system, like, that's an accomplishment in itself. And people are trying to still undermine that shit. And I'm like, y'all are ludicrous for that. At the same time, I'm a gym apologist, so I'm kind of, I feel you. Hell yeah. I mean, that's your dude, bro. Rock with it. We have a great, let's see what Bronco Queen got to say. We have a great quarterback who literally continued to show growth all season, game by game. He got better every game. He started like a rookie, bro. And people were bashing this dude because a lot of people just want the Broncos to fail. They bashed this dude. They didn't even put in perspective. He's a rookie. He's literally trying to learn this. And then by the third, 4 games, he starts turning it around. Oh, he hasn't beat anybody. He was beating NFL teams, and they were still trying to diminish what he was doing. He goes to the playoffs, and people are saying it's by luck. They let you in. Nah, bro. They did enough to get in. The Bengals didn't do enough to get in the playoffs. You're mad because we took the spot of the Bengals? People were trying to knock the Broncos and literally say, oh, they should have just let the Bengals in. Nah, the Bengals should have won more games and put themselves in a position. Don't try to downplay the Broncos of what they did and say, oh, they don't deserve that spot. Nah, they did enough to get your spot. So you feel stupid. You got Joe Burrow over here and Bo Nix took your spot. You know, so that's an excellent point right there. He got better, progressed during the season. And now he's going into his second year with a defense that is outstanding, bro. We know when you have a good defense, you can win games. You guys have a new ownership that's actually wants to. Thank you. That's another thing is, bro, I can't say it clearly, and that's the point that I'll always make. If you don't have higher ups and you don't have the people running the show that's right, you're not going to have a winning culture. We have owners, and you can say whatever, but they've won their whole lives. They're successful businessmen that have won at what they've done, homie. They literally created Walmart, right? Like, they're in the process. That's how much money does that bring in? It's successful as hell. So when they don't want their legacy to be that they're losers, that they're losing, so they're going to put anything in their aspect to be a winning product on that. And that's what sets the part from now to the last 4 years, Peyton Manning since Peyton Manning. We didn't have the higher ups and the right people running the show. All right. So that's the difference. They have to know that the new quarterback thing are going to change a lot of things. What's up, Big Millie? How you doing, brother?
Downfall of Deebo Samuels. The downfall of Deebo Samuels. He is no longer called Deebo. He's Shebo.
Shebo.
He's Shebo.
Millie has spoken. He's Shebo. He's Shebo.
I got a Deebo jersey, a clearance sale for $1.
What are you doing with
it's Pride Month? It's Pride Month, so I'm giving it to everybody for $1.
You have. They said you got some background noise, my bro. See if maybe you have the tab open. I don't know if you have a tab open. They said that there's an echo. There's an echo on it.
Okay. It should. Hold on.
And that's my whole point. You know, let's see, talk real quick. Check. Oh, he said you're good now.
1, 2.
That's
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this last little point. That's my whole point. Is it's such a different feel in the Broncos culture because I think the people are setting tone that want to win. Other people were here for their checks. You see the Russell Wilson shit. He wanted more money than the Broncos actually gave him. Luckily, we had people to say, nah, there's too much going on with that, bro. Russell Wilson just was terrible. And they cut that shit short. But that's the difference, bro, is we got a real life coach that wants to win. He has a legacy also. And we got owners that are winners. They've been winning their whole life. So, man, why not put winning product on the field? Why not upgrade the facilities? Why not get a new stadium? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what winning culture is all about, is upgrading. You know, so. But yeah, man, I wanted to know that, bro. I wanted to know how you really felt from one of my homies, another Raider hater in the building. I want to know how you really felt about them trades to the Broncos. Like, what do you see can be the uprise for Broncos country with them trades?
Every fan that is a rival of the Broncos in the AFC West, they should all pick one person, whether that be somebody in management, a coach, a fan, the mayor, whoever.
Let's go.
Every team should pick one person to give their team's eulogy for 2025. Because I said it before, and everybody that was around when I said this, no, I'm not just talking out the side of my neck, because what I said, everybody's seen the beginning of it last season. I said before last year, even the year prior, I said the Broncos are back.
And
the Broncos will make the playoffs.
Anybody.
I said the Broncos will make the playoffs last year. I said that the year prior to that, I said the Broncos was going to make the playoffs. I said that. And what happened? They made it to the playoffs last year.
He spoke
that defense. That defense, in case anybody wasn't paying attention. I know I was paying attention because my team was complete trash last year. So I was paying attention a lot.
So
even more than usual.
So I don't want to put it all the way out there. Me and Millie, we have kind of built a relationship, right? We've talked on the phone outside. He's come out to Denver. So all you other people that be making excuses, this dude came from California, homie, to rock with Denver natives. He was out here. He's seen neighborhoods. He was at the Lookout Mountain. This fool was going through the trenches. So there's no excuse for all you other people that say, oh, I'm going to be going out there. Like, you guys be making excuses, bro. Just get your ass out here if you want to come.
You know, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
And we have kind of built a relationship. Like, when it comes to like our division foes, I'm always rocking with the Niners when it comes to their division foes, or if they play anybody in the AFC in the Super Bowl, I rock with the Niners because they're Raider haters, bro. And I love Raider haters all across the board. He also does that with Broncos country, and we have a lot of ties with the franchises, you know, different bloodlines and different things. So it's nothing to actually be like, I don't hate the Niners. I ain't got nothing against the Niners. They hate the Raiders, like I always say. Anybody that's an enemy of my enemies is a friend to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line. So he's talking from a good aspect. You know what I'm saying? And I dig that. Salute to that, man. Salute to that.
You know, and when you add, okay, let me break this down for a lot of people who may not be understanding what's going on right now. Okay. Now, when we talk about Dre Greenlaw, we are talking about a guy that was side by side with arguably the greatest linebacker in the game right now. Fred Warner. Is there any debate about that? Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the game right now.
No. I can't debate it. There's no debate.
When Greenlaw and Warner were together. Now, I want everybody to hear what I'm saying because it wasn't that long ago. It seemed like a long ago. It was a decade ago. But if anybody remembers Willis and Bowen, anybody remembers Willis and Bowen, or Bowman, excuse me, when we had those two monsters side by side on that Niners defense that was causing hell and wrecking shop when we had Harbaugh. I want everybody to remember back when we had those two players and where those two players were ranked at. Keep in mind, we had a top-ranked defense.
That's what you guys were known for. That's what you guys were always known for at that era of football.
Right.
The defense, the defense side of the ball.
Warner and Greenlaw were better than those two. Faster, more athletic, tackling. One of the main concepts about defense that seems to be forgotten because everybody wants to hit all the time. But you see, if you don't understand football, then you're not going to really understand the concept and how important tackling is compared to just hitting. You can hit somebody all day, but you hit somebody, they're going to bounce right off of you and then keep on going. But if you get that tackle, now you can wrap them up. And if there's any still type of issues about getting that person down, well, somebody like Hufanga is going to come on across and knock their head off.
Oh, shit. He said, as a Niner fan, he said he disagrees with you. I think he was talking about the linebacker aspect, bro.
Well, I don't know why.
He said Brooks never gets no love, bro. He said Brooks never gets no love.
You know, I don't know why. Because every Niner fan that I've spoken to, every Niner fan I've heard from, and you know, I'm not the one to sit here and say about anything about any other Niner fans. This is coming from the soil itself. As somebody that comes and was born right there on the same soil of the San Francisco 49ers, yeah, we all know what it is. This is coming from the soil. This ain't coming from anywhere else. This is coming from the soil. So if it's coming from the soil, you could disagree with it all you want. But if it's coming from the soil, it's more factual than it is just an opinion. You know, and the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. You look at the success of the 49ers with Shanahan and his linebacking core, and you look at the success with Harbaugh and that linebacking core. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild, bro. Like how many years have passed since them days. Like just how fast, dramatically years have just came and gone.
Yeah. Keep in mind, during that time, the Broncos, you know what I'm saying? The Broncos was making their way back up. You know what I'm saying? You guys was right there in the mix during that whole time. We was hoping for a Niners Broncos rematch at that time, but Seattle ended up beating us in that NFC Championship game. So it ended up being Seattle and the Broncos.
The crazy part about it, and this is exactly why I say this to the division foes of Broncos country. See, that's what I try to make this clear. Like there's some teams, it's in the DNA, right? And there's teams like the Niners, Broncos that just have spurts in different eras of football that they return to greatness. Other teams in the division, like my division, you got teams that go 30 plus years of being NFL trash, 40 plus years of being the bottom of the barrel. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Broncos country is showing why it's a top tier franchise because they know how to bounce back in spurts. They don't stay down for 30 plus years, 20 plus years. They know how to bounce back in spurts. You're going to see them in different eras of their time being a franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you got Chargers never won a ring in their whole existence. Raiders ain't never been nothing since the 80s. Kansas City, it took 50 plus years for them to even be anything. And as a Bronco fan, I look at that and I know the Chiefs right now are running the division. Well, are about to get shellacked
on everything.
But I can't take that seriously and look at that and be like, bro, like you know what I'm saying? We've been doing this shit. Y'all are just barely new to this shit. We've been doing it. Y'all is new to this shit. Playing with us, bro. Put some respect on the name, homie.
And look, and the teams did it with no NFL help.
Let
me say that again.
Yeah.
No NFL help. Kansas City, how much help have you guys gotten from the NFL? We'll wait.
For real, though, and they still doing that bullshit. They still trying to put them over the top, man. What the hell's going on? He said the last time Chargers been to a Super Bowl, they got spanked by Niners. Yeah.
Yep.
Never ran back. Yep. And they had Hall of Fame. See, that's bad when you got a Hall of Fame quarterback and you can't even get this dude to a Super Bowl in Phillip Rivers. This dude had Hall of Fame numbers, bro. Had a team, a super team, and you can't even get him to appear in a Super Bowl. That's why when I look at that franchise, I'm like, that's pathetic, homie.
You know, I want the Charger fans to understand when we talk about Super Bowls, and I ain't trying to be petty. I'm not the petty one.
Why not? Yeah, you are sometimes. Why?
Well, I don't know if it ever hit Charger fans. But do you guys realize you guys lost to a USFL quarterback? I just wanted to put it because people tend to forget where Steve Young came from.
Wild, bro. But yeah,
wait, hold on. Do Charger fans realize that they lost to a creamsicled Tampa Bay Buccaneer?
That's the resume of the Charger. And see, this is the truth, Millie. This is the truth. This is like when you look at your division, right? And it comes to Arizona Cardinal fans, right? And it's like,
yeah,
you really like, bro, like it's cute that you guys talk sometimes. Like, you know, when they have some wins and they're like in a row, basically it's like they start talking, you start seeing Arizona Cardinal fans. So when it comes to the Chargers, it's like, when they get overhyped, bro, it becomes like a thing like these guys, bro. Like, why do you do this to yourself every year? Because we all know this. You gonna get invaded by every team in the NFL. And literally, you're gonna disappear when it comes to meaningful football. You're not gonna win playoff games. And you expect us to just allow you to have this overhype before the season. Like, hey, they have a chance, which they're never gonna have a chance. I know they got this Justin Herbert and they got a coach, but bro, if you know, you know, and it's not gonna happen, you know.
Right. Yeah, and you know, cause I was thinking, you know, at first when they had got Harbaugh, like, okay, things are gonna start turning around for them. They're gonna actually have a legitimate shot at getting back to the Super Bowl. But as the season went on, and I'm looking. Okay, so if you're a real fan of your team and you guys really been through something, then you know that you can get PTSD from football. And watching the Chargers last year, my PTSD kicked in real hard.
Yeah, that's just wild, bro.
Because Harbaugh, for some reason, is okay. So when he made that switch between Alex and Kaepernick,
yeah,
he did that because he had a vision of what a quarterback was going to be, You know what I'm saying? It was like ahead of his time type thing, you know. But Cap just wasn't that guy as far as, you know, quarterbacking goes.
Yeah.
So he has the mindset of what a quarterback should look like today. But the way that he has his playbook is still old school.
Old school.
But he has to be able to translate that old school into more of a new. Okay, so like Kyle Shanahan, he pretty much uses his daddy's playbook. He just, you know, remixed it a little bit, add his own flavor to it, and all that. So it's an old school playbook. But what he's done, like I just said, he's remixed it. He's added some stuff in. He's seen some stuff where, like, okay, I see what I can do with the stretch run. I can add to the stretch run instead of just having the running back hit that stretch and cut through that hole and then go up. I could do more than that. I could take the stretch run and combine that with the reverse, or I could take the stretch run, put it into a play action, or I could take the stretch run and I could incorporate it into all these other different plays, whether it be another running play or whether it be another or be a passing play. Harbaugh will take a running play right up the middle.
Oh yeah, not definitely, bro. Yeah, not for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's only going to take you so far. And with a quarterback with the skills of Justin Herbert, he's actually stagnating him because he's not allowing him to play within himself, to use the skills that he has to be able to flourish, to be one of them upper echelon quarterbacks. And then the fact that you give away a lot of important pieces.
Ooh, how you let us get? How do you let us get J.K. Dobbins, bro? That was just a key player for that San Diego, that Chargers team, and you gave us that running back, homie. You know, that's it's mind blowing to me how that really got to the Broncos.
You can't win like that. You can't. You know, it's kind of counterproductive. You hire a top ranked coach, right? Harbaugh is he's going to go down as one of the great coaches of all time, you know, based off of what he did in college, based off of what he did with the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Now it's going to be determining on what he does with the Chargers. But irregardless, what he has done as a head coach over the years has been real impressive. So hats off to him for that. But he has to get out. He has to get out of his own way. You know what I'm saying? You can't. First of all, Greg Roman. I got nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for you. You definitely helped out the 49ers, but you also hurt the 49ers. And I've seen your movements beforehand, afterhand. Greg Roman. Please just retire. Please.
Retire. Sometimes you gotta just let it go, bro. Sometimes people just hold on to things, bro. Like, you ever seen one of them dudes that have like hair, bro, and they're just holding on to the back of their head? Like, you gotta let that shit go, bro. You gotta let it go, bro. On top. you gotta understand, and like when it's just time, bro, let it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to judge you. Just let it go.
Right.
And that's where I get back to Charger fans. Just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Raider fans, just let it go. Like, that's the crazy part about the Broncos division, is because it's like we allowed you guys, like we took a time off of like a Super Bowl run, and we took time off since paying Manny. And we gave you guys the keys. We let you guys drive, bro. And you guys couldn't even go through the door that was open for you guys. And now you let the Broncos get a quarterback under a coach that knows how to develop. And you think that it's going to work out for you, bro? You got to let it go. The Broncos are headed back to the top, and the Chiefs, your time is running out. It's coming to an end. So Chargers and Raiders, you have to let that shit go. Just let the Broncos just overtake it, because you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing with it. You're just wasting space at this time. 49ers messed up by replacing Lynch with Adam Peters and replacing Shanahan with Ben Johnson. Is that who they actually put in them positions?
Who was that?
Replacing Lynch with Adam Peters and replacing Shanahan with Ben Johnson.
Oh, 49ers played by which Lynch?
Yeah, that's wild, bro. That's crazy. What you got going on though, bro? What you been up to? Just chilling?
Oh yeah, shoot, just trying to get my place together. You know, dealing with the after effects and just trying to maintain and just not lose myself.
I feel you, brother. Yeah, man. It's just crazy times right now, bro, for everything. I literally got to move tomorrow. I've got all my stuff, man. I'm packing up stuff and just getting all this shit to the other house.
Oh, on the move again, huh?
Yeah, homie, it's crazy. Like this came to an end quick over here.
Oh yeah. I thought y'all was gonna be there for a while.
We did too, bro. And just losing that job at IML, bro, kind of just messed up everything.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're headed to a new apartment complex, bro. Gonna stack some money, and we're headed out of Colorado. Headed out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so definitely.
Oh, that would be cool. Hey, it's all about growth, and sometimes within that growth, you got to make certain changes.
Yeah, nah, definitely, homie, because you got to do some things different, bro. Because like if you don't change it up, it's always just gonna be stagnant,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, really and that's I 100% agree with that, homie. Like everything happens for a reason, and sometimes stuff has to be put on hold or blocked, homie, to reach like full potential of success,
Oh
yeah. But yeah, that's just about what's going on over here, homie. Like that's all that's been taking place. Like we were actually in almost a situation where we're about to have to thug it out, bro, and go homeless all the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Homie. I got into that point.
Well, yeah, because this was the thing is, homie, is like the back pay here. So when I lost my job, bro, at IML, they upped the rent on us, homie. So they literally got more expensive. Well, wifey,
they did that, BS.
Yeah, so wifey had her job that she caught, but that's not covering anything, bro. That's not gonna cover with one income, homie. And that literally started being back pay while I was looking for work. So we already had we had to like basically do some late fees on different things, homie. So it started like accumulating, and then they were like, we can't work with it no more. So what's messed up about this is, bro, is that we went to go see if there was funding with Jefferson County, the city of Jefferson County, like their workforce and all this. They told us straight that because wifey had the income coming in, it's not even too much. They said we make too much to get any help. But they're helping every immigrant in every apartment, bro. And they're just giving them free room and board. That's all good and gravy, bro. But what pisses me off is like the citizens of Colorado and can't get no help for none. We make too much to get food stamps. We make too much to get any vouchers for apartments, but they got all the refugees at these apartments, bro. And it's like, I think that's just straight bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? So I had to go make some shit happen, bro. And we definitely have to go back to where we lived before. We just paid it straight out the pocket. Homie just made it happen and paid them. And pretty much we're going back to the old apartments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So that's what's been going on, bro. And like I'm literally, I had to go. I had to go make some shit happen because I had to go back to some temporary work, which I didn't want to.
Right.
Homie, but I had to go do what I had to do, and
Right.
I'm just looking to get a permanent job again. I've been doing the interviews and shit, bro. But we have like these last 3 days, I've been packing and about to move all this shit tomorrow.
Man. Yeah, that's crazy because they be doing that same stuff here. Because it'd be like, you know, you got to make twice as much as the rent, but then when you try to go get some help, they tell you, oh, well, you make too much money, huh?
Yeah.
Somewhere that math is not mathing.
Yeah, bro. And the cool part about this though, Millie, is that so if you have like, because this is the thing is like, in order for me and my wife to actually be on a lease, right? They have to do, especially out here in Colorado, they have to do application aspect. And out here it is so messed up because it used to be you do an application, you put 2 people on the app, bro, but they make you out here do separate fees for the apps. So if you don't get the apartment, and usually for me when I'm on an app, bro, because anytime I had to do anything for apps, bro, they go back to history of like the felony, and sometimes they'll just deny it right away, homie. So we were stuck in a lose-lose situation because like I have the felony, I got felonies, so a lot of apartments just don't want to rent to that type, even if it's in a long length of time. But I found out something just recently is that my felony is at the borderline where it's not even in the system no more.
Ah, okay.
So being away from the system since 2011, homie, and like being clean, it kind of like when they look at the behavior, we went to go see it, it kind of just don't even come up anymore.
Oh, that's cool. That's hella cool.
That's a good thing, you know. That's a good thing. Now, if they do intense background check, of course it's gonna come up, but it just don't pop up right away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on, bro. Just paying fees to go see if we were accepted to apartments, and you know, we finally got into it though for sure.
Now, I just recently found out about something. So like out here, if you don't make enough money for the rent, now you can either do like a cosigner or you know there's like some other ways you can do it, right? But I just found out that they have this thing where if you don't make enough, you can have somebody in to come in and be like a donation. So basically, if you can't make your rent, they would come in and cover that other portion that you can't make up.
Interesting.
So it would just be a donation. So that person would not be reliable at all because it's not a co-signer type situation.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, now that's kind of interesting. How much so where you stay, is it like what is it a high price where you stay?
Well, I'm in low income, but shoot, it's 15.
Okay.
You know,
that's way better than LA type. Than food like LA area is pretty expensive. They say.
Yeah. Well, too. Because I had to go sign a whole new lease and everything. So, so what they did was they took $5 off the rent.
Oh shit.
So I was like, oh, okay, true. I'll take that. True.
You know what's interesting, bro, is that like out here in Colorado, bro, you can't really like nowhere in the Denver metro besides like Aurora, you can't find a spot for $1,500, bro.
Damn.
You know, Denver, they did Denver so dirty, homie, that they literally upped the prices on rent because there were so many people coming into the city of Denver, homie, to live. And they just made money, homie. So every property 2000s, 2300, 2500 out here, bro.
Woo.
And they moved
Yeah.
everybody to Aurora. You know, Aurora and like the far west, but even out over there, it's kind of like expensive, but they got little spots over there, homie. But it's just Colorado just got super just messed up, homie. It's messed up.
Yeah, that's like the Bay Area. That's Bay Area prices right there.
That's what he said. He said he left the Bay Area. That's why he left.
Cause like in 97, now keep in mind this is the 90s. In 97 in San Francisco for a studio would run you 17 and up.
Damn, in the Bay Area?
In 1997.
Wow. So they were already like used to like super high rent out there.
Yeah. It's just like New York. How New York always had them high prices.
Interesting. And who wants to live out there? Who really wants to live in them situations, man? I don't.
Man, I'm telling you, because like out here, or in other places, how like cigarettes went up to like $8, $9, $10 and everything.
Yeah.
In New York, they was already paying like between $5 and $10 back in the 90s.
So they're like, why you guys sad about that? We were already living through this shit. Why, man? See, I'm not in Denver, shit used to be $800, bro, for an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So we were not used to it. This is new.
500 back in the day. They used to have apartments out here for 500.
For real though, like that's real talk. Like, I mean, I don't know, homie. I just think that, like, I know people. So like the neighborhoods out here, in the 90s and like early 2000s, they were like actual like neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like families,
right.
Bro, like families. And yes, there was always the gang presence in the neighborhoods out here in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like once they started regentrifying, homie, they just lost the identity of Denver, homie. Like everything the identity went out the window, bro. And you don't really recognize the town no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't recognize the city no more, bro. There's no more pride, because everybody done moved to other cities too. And it's all everybody from everywhere out here, bro. Every city's out here, every state. And it's like, I understand like making stuff better. That's kind of was their excuse. Like we, the crime areas, bro, we made it better. And, people don't like change, but it's like, y'all just done ran everybody out the areas, bro. And it's just sad to see. And then you guys lifted up these prices on properties, and it's just a headache, homie. It's a headache,
It really is. It really is. And you can't go nowhere. And if you need the help and get the help. Yeah. Because they want to make you go and sign a million different things. And going back to what you were saying earlier, you get somebody that's not even from out here, come out here and they just like, here you go. Where do you want to live? Take your pick.
Yeah, nah, for real, bro. It's like it's such a sad aspect, homie. Back in 2018, I lived in Mississippi, and my ex-parent 900 for a 3-bedroom. Dang, bro, yeah.
Man, I'll take that.
Cheap, yeah, it was cheap, homie. It was cheap, yeah, because that's Mississippi, bro. That is the area.
Big Damu area.
Yeah, well, not for real. It is all that little area in the west like that, bro. Is gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? But I lived all throughout that shit though too. So you know what I'm saying? Like I lived all throughout there. I lived all out there, bro. That's why I like.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey. Oh, so I want to ask you since we up here. Man, I know you seen that 607 Unk and the whole Munchie thing and 4 Extra and all that.
Yeah, Yeah. I seen it all. Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I seen it all.
yeah.
I seen it all.
What you think about that?
What part? Because they're like both of the parts is kind of crazy to me. So
Man, both of them.
let me break this down. For Extra, he really like. I used to think like he was a certified just like official food that just is active, because I know foods like that, right? I just active like all the time. Like I know foods,
Right.
and I respect that. Like if you're gonna live it, and like if you're gonna live that, homie, and this is what you do it 100%. If you're activated in 40, 50, and you feel like that's what you want to stand on, do that. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I'm not gonna do that because I'm like, bro, like a 40, I want to be chilled back, relaxed. I don't have a problem with a food that lives that. Like, keep that shit away from me, though. I don't want
I hate that.
but I know foods that are like that they're gonna go on all times, like regardless. But what gets me about that is, bro, is what pisses me off. You're so active, and that's your whole aura, is that's what you do. But when you got the Red Rack food, like literally just disrespecting you and calling you out, it doesn't matter if you want to give him clout or not. This fool pulled up and mocking your neighborhood, and I don't even know if it was in the 40s, but he over there telling you he wants to fade, and you ain't tripping off of this, and you're like, I want to give him clout, but he's calling your name out. Like he's literally telling you, like, he's calling your name out. But then you get around this little food that's skinny, and you turn all the way up. Like, where's the same energy, bro? That's why I just be like, it's selective politicking. Like, you're selective politicking, bro. He literally, you should be tripping on King Pill for tripping and calling your name out, putting your name in the thing. It makes you kind of look watered down, bro. And it makes you kind of look like you choose and pick your battles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about that is when them fools have pulled up over there, that's not even the 40s territory.
I know, and that I know.
That's on the Hoover side.
No, 100% completely. They didn't even go in the 40s, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
My thing is like he kind of swept it under the rug when this fool's literally saying, "I'll fight with you, bro. Like you're a big fool. I'm a big fool. Let's chunk it out." He literally called homie's name and used his name. So when you using my name, I believe anybody that's activated, bro, needs to answer that call, especially if that's your get down. Well, this is the thing is that fool Ankh, he don't really know. I don't know if this fool's all the way there, bro, or he's just a troll, but he's gonna get himself hurt, homie. You can't just do that. You can't just do that to everybody. He's gonna get himself hurt. And what he was saying about the Lokes out there, like he almost got he could have got really seriously demolished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, everything.
Munchie B, on the other hand, you tripped off the Compton crib, and then you just had this fool really just call you out your name, and he knew what he was doing. There's no like, I don't know that, like, I don't know what he was talking about. This fool knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I just look at a lot of these fools, and I'm like, yeah, bro, because like I couldn't be in a room and I'm politicking, bro, and I'm still activated, and fool just. I know this fool. I know the game when he's being sarcastic and when he's playing like he don't know, but he knows.
Right.
He doing that shit to blatantly just see where your mind's at. I mean, it made Munchie B kind of look like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for real. I think that shit's all watered down. I think all them fools be watered down sometimes, bro. I'm like, this is the face of gangbanging, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I
go ahead.
I don't mind what a 4 Extra did, because he basically said, I'm not going to do a celebrity boxing match with you because you're not big enough for that. But in the streets, you see me in the streets, oh yeah, it's right then and there, you know. So I will give that to him only because he added that extra, no pun intended, that extra part to it. You know, if you see me in the streets, I'm not gonna. You want to make whatever the price was for that fight Adam was trying to do. Nobody didn't know who the hell King Pill was. You're trying to claim fame and clout off of my name. You see me, you see I'm doing numbers, you see I'm out here making a name for myself, and then you just come up out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? You come up out of nowhere and you start calling me out.
Yeah.
No, but if you want that fade in the streets, you know what I'm saying? You come on right on over here and I'll get that to you. But these idiots went right over to the other side. You know what I'm saying? And
I guess a lot of my feelings is this, homie. This is my whole thing is like, so we're from Denver, right? And we have, you know what I'm saying? Our politicking is keyways, right? And we honored the keyways and even the Don Moves I know out here that pushed the line for keyways and Don Moves. Our whole life, bro, we held the code for what the revolution was. And I know Don Moves that did that for their brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? But these fools that be from the land, bro, like in that are supposed to be the example of what it is really from LA, right? They get away with a lot of stuff, selective politicking, and then they feel like they have a right to say outsiders when there's a lot of fools from other cities and states that just because of the position they are in, because they know the stamp of what fools think about, you know what I'm saying, they're Crippin and Don Mooing, they push the line to a code, but they get the back end of you guys are out of towners, you know what I'm saying? So when I see bullshit from, you know what I'm saying, fools that be on these podcasts, because really, honestly, I don't believe any part of politicking should be vocalized in front of the world. So that's what that off top, that shit, like for extra, I get what you're saying 100%. But my thing is the 60s get indicted, right? They get indicted, homie. And then
I was gonna go in that direction too.
Immediately after he gets out the county, when the 60s get indicted, he goes straight to no jumper. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That what part of Crippin is that, homie? But you'll be the first type to be like outsiders. And that's my whole thing. It's like, bro, I feel you. Part of Crippin y'all been a part of. I don't know if you live codes. I don't know what part of Crippin y'all came up on. But this fool right here, I literally walk this line, homie, and a lot of fools don't even agree with it because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm Mexicano, bro. But I push the revolution, and it's like, because, you know what I'm saying, we from the city, or we from Denver, or I'm a Mexicano. Now you trying to devalue the Crippin that we put out there, bro. In my mind, when I was at my prime, ain't nobody crib like me, homie. That's just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I lived community revolution in progress all the way full 127% because I had to, homie. I was against all odds with my Crippin, and these fools get off easy because they're from the land, bro. You get a vouch, like you get a pass for that shit, bro. Like that's just kind of where I come from with that type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you because, you know, as you were talking, I was thinking about what this fool Pino was saying on the YouTube streets. And I actually addressed that in a post, and I addressed that on one of my lives. You know, because we got a lot of people out here talking a lot of politicking, talking on Don Moves, talking on keyways and all that, right? Everybody's an expert on this shit all of a sudden. Everybody's an expert on this, right? So, in case anybody don't know what Pino has said. So, he basically was saying, in 1997, Tookie Williams said that it was okay for white boys to be Crips. Okay. Now this is what Tookie Williams said. Like he just came and said, "Hey, I'm snapping white boys 97 to be Crippin." Let's do some keyway history. Right? So it is everybody knows that Tookie Wilson is co-founder of the Crips. He's co-founder of the West Side Crips. Okay? Now, Raymond, and it was about 3-4 other guys, went to a park, had a meeting. Raymond introduced the Crippin, right? Raymond took the Crippin to the West Side. This is where Tookie gets the co-founder tag. But when it comes to the overall aspect of being a keyway, If you was not at that meeting, you cannot say anything about what the Lokes do.
Yeah.
You can only say what your section does.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's move forward. In 1997, Tookie had already denounced gangbanging and cripping and had already been writing kids' books, already been getting awards and all of that.
Yeah.
So he had no type of ranking, no type of position to give an official statement like that. His statement has no weight. Not only that, but prior to 1997, there were already white boys and white girls cripping. And we seen that in Banging in Little Rock.
Yeah.
That came out years prior to that. So I'm telling Pino and I'm telling anybody else, if you ain't pushing this line, if you ain't about this history and you ain't about this history, keep your mouth shut about this cripping, because you have no idea what you're talking about. You're not going to change the narrative. You're not going to try to change history. It's not going to happen. Not while there's breath in my body, not while there's breath in Sam's body.
And this is the thing too, Millie, and I don't mean to cut you off. You know what I'm saying? Finish what you were saying, my bro. I'll make it. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. And not in any other key ways that is still breathing. You're not going to change the history. You're not going to do that. So if you're not going to talk about it correctly, don't talk about it at all, especially when you are a dropout yourself. If you are a dropout, you shouldn't be talking no gang politics at all, period.
You know, and this is what I have to say that too. And like, if your whole base off of politicking is vouched off of other men validating your gangbanging, you already backwards as it is, because you're lifting off another man's how he feels about you. If cripping was never in you, and that's not what you are, and it's not what you bred, you never could be a crip. There ain't no time I'm gonna be like, hey bro, some fool from the land said I'm a crip, so we're allowed to crip. Like, nah, bro, that's not how it goes.
Nope.
You understand that? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with a lot of fools. That's why there's different breeds, bro, because a lot of fools needed the validation of another individual to actually feel like they were validated to be bangers. I mean, so when I'm talking about this on a prison sense, that's why like a lot of fools will gangbang certain politics and then get to the yard, right? And then they don't have that comfort blanket of the homies that were giving them a comfort blanket in the streets. They get to the yard, homie, and they switch up their whole politic, and that's when you start seeing fools politic to other cars. You know what I'm saying? This fool will be a Kiwi his whole life. He'll be a Mexican fool, a Kiwi his whole life. But when he hit that yard, he don't keep it 10 toes down, because the yard's saying, bro, this fool's a Mexican crip. There's a target on his back. So it was never in him in the first place, because he's not going to ride with what the consequences is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's the different aspect. If cripping was never in a fool and he don't have that, then he was never authentic crip, bro. And that means like when you signed up to this shit, bro, that was some shit that was gonna actually be an aspect over you everywhere you go. Prison yards, it doesn't matter what the prison yard says. You gonna die for them politics, because that's what you are. That's what's in you. It's not on you, because a lot of motherfuckers, they let this shit be on them because it looks cool. But it really ain't in them, homie. It really ain't. This crib ain't in these fools. So when they hit the yard and they're a white boy or they're a Mexicano, because the prison yard says that they can be, that shit just comes out of them, and you start seeing them in other politics. Like, damn, fool, that fool was a white crip on the streets, and now he's running with the white boys. Like, weird shit, homie. Weird shit.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why like 2025. To be real with you, homie, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. A lot of these fools will never know the strugglement of the depths of that type of politicking, bro. That's why there's not even no point to actually try to invent and try to invest in the neighborhoods no more, because there's not a code, bro. Like, the revolution is what you live off of, right, Millie? You used to live off the revolution. Exactly. That's what you were taught. Well, fools are party cripping all day, and they're on cameras and showing what they do, and it's all about the party and glamorous. Everybody want to be a Damu, even the little fool from Utah. It's like, bro,
Yep.
what? The Don Moose would have slapped the out of you, bro, for even infiltrating the politics, bro.
On
And nowadays, you don't got that
everything.
no more.
On everything.
So it's from every penitentiary to every penitentiary, but you got cars, bro. And that's another thing is too, like when we were taught, homie, not every loc is your loc, bro, because there's so many different type of separation in politics, and even with the revolution. So you got gangster car, you got the neighborhood car, bro. They don't even get along, bro. But fools need that acceptance on their whole get down is acceptance from everybody on the yard, bro. So when they don't have that, you see them break, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, Millie.
Yep.
When you hit the yard, bro, and you might have to fight other locs, that'll take for a person's self-esteem all the way out, bro. When the other locs ain't backing you, and you gotta fight through that shit just to see who you are. You gotta fight other keyways.
Right.
They want to see what your crippin is. That's the difference between crippin and a lot of cars, bro. A lot of cars were more accepting, embracing. Not all the locs is gonna embrace crippin, homie. Like they're gonna be like, what sector you are? You're from this neighborhood, you're from this sector. Oh, we don't even get along with them. Who's face sessions, bro? So it's not an embracing thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Other cars are gonna embrace. You say you're a part of them, they're gonna embrace you. That's the difference between crippin and a lot of politics. It's more survival with the Crips, bro, than other politics.
Straight up.
People you can't even comprehend that shit. You think you going over there to chill with the bros, and they're all wanting to line up with you to just see what the hell you got heart. They saying what they gonna test your crippin.
And they will test it.
And for real, like real shit. And a lot of fools will be like, oh, bro, I need them fools to validate me. So now I'm sad and I'm not banging no more. Like, you know, I seen it too many times, bro. Oh, the Crips didn't show me love, bro. I needed that validation. So now I'm just done banging all the way across the board, homie. That's the difference between the breeds, homie. You can never tell me anything on the yard. I don't give a care who you were. Like I'm banging with everybody. Because I am an important figure with my neighborhood, bro. And you're not going to take that out of me, homie. You know what I'm saying? That was the difference, bro. You know, that was the difference. I'll walk in the unit, bro, and there'd be 4 enemigos, bro. And I got to line up with all these fools or get packed out. And I'm still striving. I'm still surviving. And that's the only way I survived on prison yard. But these little fools nowadays, they think that shit's a game, bro. It's a mockery, like you said. Fools is just talking like and mocking the whole culture. That's why it's just watered down, bro, to me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, super watered down.
Like that's
super watered down.
That's the truth.
You know,
that's how my point of view on it is now, you know, like it's just crazy, bro.
And I'm like, with all these different organizations becoming best friends with Rico,
you better believe it. Wi-Fi, like real shit. You better believe it with locs. You can't just walk on the yard and say you're a loc, bro. You have to literally show that you a real loc, homie. Crippin is probably the least embracing. Like that's the truth, homie. Just to be truthful, I don't, you know, there might be other like fools that represent the loc, bro, that say, nah, it's probably the most least embracing. You got to really show you have heart to be on that yard. Well, and that was a lot with me too, because I don't bow down to nobody either, bro. Like I never bow down on the yard. So fools are like, this motherfucker just don't care. Oh yeah, we gonna see what this fool is, and you know, I mean, that's just kind of how it was, homie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Oh yeah, because like my big homie, you know, when he went down, you know, he had to prove his because we come from a small town where, you know what I'm saying, especially it's in the Bay Area, so it's already people kind of like nah, ain't really. So it's like locs had to really go in there and really prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? So like, it goes down. We really pushing this, you know? Yeah, it might look different, but okay, but this ain't LA. This is how we do. we already have a foundation going on about who we is just as being from Fairfield. We already have an identity. But when the Cripping came to our town, right there on the east side, it changed. And there was people that didn't want to accept it. But over the course of time, you had to accept it. But even today, people have a hard time accepting it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the Bay Area and this is da-da-da-da-da. But like I tell everybody, you know, everybody's heard my story, but I use OG Juice as my main source because he's gone through the same thing being from San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in that type of situation and you have to hit them yards, you have to hit them county jails, you have to be in them streets where you might be in a town, a city where gangbanging really ain't the focal point. So people don't really take it serious. So now it's like you have to, you know, put that pressure on to show people like, nah, we really about this. Yeah. This is how it is. You know what I'm saying? And you either accept it or you're going to get rolled over. Period.
Nah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So like even at the time when I came up, everywhere I went, it didn't make a difference. I'm pushing it. And if you got a problem with it, we can get down. Even some older homies that wasn't about it, that has something to say. I was ready to get down with them too about this cripping.
Yeah.
So if you ain't pushing that line, if you ain't about it, just like you said, if you ain't about it, if it's not in you, step aside. Because you're taking up space for somebody that really is about it.
Yeah. Not definitely.
You know, lost too many homies, too many fools still in jail, still in the pen behind this cripping. Yeah. So you think we're gonna be playing around with it? Nah, don't play around with it. It's not fun and games. You know, they need to, what they should do, they should go pull up some of that old footage from back in the day to see how gritty and grimy this shit really is.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe they won't be playing around so much with it.
Nah, definitely, bro. You know, I think it's just because too many people, like, to be honest with, like, politic and all the way around, haven't took many casualties in their life and haven't took a lot of losses. They don't really understand the severity of politicking and what gang culture is. And we have so many people nowadays that it's been so glorified and, like, you know, industried out, homie. It kind of comes off as like a big old soap opera, bro. And it's just like sad. To me, it's just a sad situation where it used to be honorable, homie. There, like, I know people always think that I say like crazy, but politicking, when you were, you know, an honorable fool, a member of an organization, you held your head to the utmost with a code. It was honorable, but you don't have honorable people pushing that line no more. Anybody can politic. Anybody can say they're a part of the politic, and they don't even have the roots to even say that. And it's like, that's what we got nowadays, pushing this culture. That's why anybody can talk about it. In the 90s, you couldn't talk about politicking if you were not a part of that.
Oh, damn.
You would literally, that could be your life for talking about it. It was even like even with the ritual of crib walking, bro. Nobody was even supposed to see that shit. You were supposed to do that amongst your comrades, your fools from your tribe. Ain't nobody in this whole life was supposed to see the sea walking. Ain't nobody was even supposed to do that shit. But they made that shit into like a thing that people can do, and people didn't push that line to say, nah, you're not allowed to do that shit. And everybody floats that shit now, bro. Like, and that was the sad part about it. Like, it lost a lot of the thing that welded it together. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He said that there's not a lot of Crips and Bloods in the Bay. That's what he was saying. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's certain towns and certain sections in the cities and towns that do have it. But overall, you know, the Bay is the Bay. At the end of the day, the Bay is the Bay. You know, what happens in the individual cities, that's what goes down in them cities. But at the end of the day, it's the Bay. And we still ride under that Bay car. You know what I'm saying? But in our own towns and cities, you know, we have our certain politics.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, my thing, it comes from a lot of people like not lacing shoelaces right. You know what I'm saying? Like little youngsters. So there's a big thing out here in Colorado, and I don't know if it's pretty much anywhere else in like any other city and state, but politicking out here in Denver, it's kind of like people would be super like surprised. So you, like I said, you had whole neighborhoods of like Mexican Bloods, right? And you got whole neighborhoods of Mexican Crips, right? Like the whole neighborhood is Mexican Crips and Bloods, you know what I'm saying? And they just kind of just adapted that, you know what I'm saying? And that's an aspect of pretty much the culture out here, you know what I'm saying? And you can't tell these fools when they're in the streets they're wrong, right? Because they're not going to listen to that shit. They're going to be like, what? We're in the streets taking casualties and we're fighting this war. But why I say the shoelaces is not laced is because they don't know what's really coming to them when they hit main lines and be in front of real politics and killers from every car. So you got these fools that get behind enemy lines, and then it's a culture shock, and they become something totally that they're not, because their homies didn't lace their shoelaces right. They didn't tell them what the history is, so they don't know how to conduct themselves when they're behind enemy lines, bro. Because they really just know what they know in their neighborhoods, and they don't know what the whole spectrum is. So when they get behind enemy lines in a unit, or the enemies are deeper than them, these fools are floating, bro. There's no ounce of gangbanging whatsoever. They didn't have to actually deal with that in the streets, because the enemies that they chose really are not even a force in their neighborhood. They never seen their enemies. You know what I'm saying? They never seen their own enemies. So when they get around the enemies, now they're like, oh, bro, they're crushed. And I've seen that so many times. That's why, like, a lot of it to me is just like, come on, bro. It's not even appealing. If you don't see your enemies, but you go to these prison yards, and when you're around the enemies, now it's like you're all the way turned down, and you're not even activated like you're putting out here. And that's what we're getting. So you don't even belong. You shouldn't even be in this culture, bro. You shouldn't be in politicking, because really, homie, like, you really don't know the roots of where the situation comes from, bro. And that's my whole problem with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's watered down a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
It's you know, I try to limit what I watch on that nowadays, because with all this stuff going on, I just be thinking to myself, why are you guys out here showing your neighborhood? Why are you out here talking about all these things that people don't need to know about? You not realize that the feds is literally watching everybody. Let's just start with that. They're watching all of us. They're watching us now. But then they're watching them. And they're watching them walk through their neighborhoods, show different alleyways, different cuts. This is where we go to. This is the fences that we hop over. This is where we like to hang out at. And this is where we do this at. And all these different things.
Especially when they're still involved. Especially when they're like,
right, exactly.
Involved. They got crack cocaine. They're like, yeah, this is what we get off right here. We got the old zip.
Right. Right, got the whole banger out and everything, flashing and all that. Just like, are you Do you enjoy freedom? Do you enjoy freedom?
Yeah.
And I think it gets confusing because you look at the way that being behind the walls is today compared to back in the day. Like you could be in there today. You got flat screen TVs, cell phones where you go live on YouTube, and you know what I'm saying? Got all these different things that you could never have before. It was never even a thought. You know what I'm saying? If you needed to call somebody, you had to go to the payphone and you had to wait in case somebody was on that motherfucker.
Now my brother be calling from the counter on his laptop, bro. Like, damn, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you have that, it's like, okay, well, I don't mind going. But see, this is the thing. Even with all that stuff, when you go in there, you still gotta bend over, spread them cheeks while another man is looking at your ass. Right? Then you gotta go, put your outfit on, head to your cell. Right? Now you still gotta piss and shit in front of another man. You gotta lay on that cot. You still gotta go by the rules of what they say or when you can eat and when you can do this and when you can do that. Still have all of that. Is all of that worth still having a flat screen TV, cell phone, laptops and all that? Or would you rather be out with your family? Would you rather be out with the homies? Up under the sunshine, sleeping in your own bed, being able to get up and go when you want to, eat the foods that you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can't smash on nothing when you behind the walls unless you know what I'm saying, flip to the other side.
I mean, I was about to say, man, nowadays fools is full on relationships and shit. They got like three. You got a whole team. They got three sister friends, and yeah, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now, you know. And we seen it coming because we started seeing these cats wearing skinny jeans, calling themselves gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Guys out here wearing colorful shirts and wearing man purses and all kinds of stuff, just like
skinny jeans with purses, bro. Talking about I got the 40. I got the 40 with the 30-round clip.
No, and think about it. Remember what they used to call the clip, the 30-round dick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like on the surface of it, you hear it. It's that hard shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, okay, that shit sounds hard. Okay. But then when you sit back and you think about it, and then you put that in comparison with everything that goes on that coincides with that, you're like, hold on. This some zesty stuff going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You got skinny jeans. You're calling a clip a dick.
With a tongue ring.
Right, tongue rings. No, and then you got everybody's favorite crip. You got everybody's favorite crip, okay? Everybody's favorite crip. You know what I'm saying? Go and get French tips and all that.
Damn, what part of the game are we living in, bro? We in the
you know what I'm saying? So it's like ever since the turn of the century, this stuff has been getting watered down year after year after year after year after year. And now it's like the sense of even like how to move has completely vanished because they're just out here doing whatever. Like, oh yeah, I don't mind getting a Rico. Oh, we see that.
But now this is the craze. You get a Rico, and then it's like validated to like if somebody did you wrong, you can tell, and they validated that and made that shit like a pandemic where tallying and snitching was like That's how Foos is like, bro. Like in this gangster life, I'm allowed to now towel on somebody and still be validated, and not there's no consequence to it. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, back in the day, we were taught at an early age, you don't even tell on your sister and brother. Like nobody likes a tattletale, bro.
Right.
But nowadays, fools really are like making excuses for why fools can tell. There's no reasoning to ever tell. The only time that you even help somebody in a situation and get somebody involved is if a kid is being molested, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chomo, like F a chomo, bro. Like if you need to handle that shit. Nobody like a chomo don't deserve to even live, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's to 2025. Everybody's telling, bro. Everybody. So even if you're kicking up dust and you got a homie that you were in the streets for your whole life, there's a liable chance that this fool's gonna tell on you if you guys get in the same case. You can't even trust this dude. What part of the game is that, bro? There's no trust. We grew up off of trust. We knew that we could put our hands in the homies, our life in the homies' hands, and you can't even trust that. You can't trust that at all.
Nope.
That's go ahead.
Oh, and they should all give a big thank you to 6ix9ine.
Yeah, 6ix9ine. And fools are like, oh, bro, he was kidnapped. So fool was sleeping with his baby's mom. So it happens to everybody, bro. Your girl's gonna get picked. That's just part of the street life. That's what you signed up for, though. You want to be a part of it. That's the code. That's the struggle of being from neighborhoods, bro. Like that happens to a lot of people. Not everybody's telling them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want to hear that.
I mean, it's like this. The man took down a whole organization.
And that so silly. They had this dude around. It's like, bro, you didn't expect this, bro. Like you didn't expect this. So I really didn't have like a lot of like pity on them either. Like, why would you have this fool thinking he could politic and literally being a part of like a life that he's not? And you let this fool represent your organization, and he's disrespecting other people's dead homies and family members off the strength of your organization. And you didn't expect this fool to tell.
Right.
I can't fight these dudes. But then again, this fool wanted to be a part of it, and he tells like there's no excuse for you. I got you. Yeah. He said pulling guns out of purses is gangster. You didn't know? These fools will, bro. I mean, look at Young Thug. He used to wear skirts with Dracos, fool.
Man, I'm telling you right now, if I hear a dude say, "Hold on, man, I'm about to pull my gun out of my bra," I'm gonna fall out.
We shouldn't even be laughing at shit like this, bro. But it's like this is what kind of like this is kind of the streets now, bro. It's like it's bro. You know,
we gotta laugh at it to keep on crying about it.
Yeah,
because it's sad. It'll make you shed a tear. It'll make you shed a tear because we know what it is. We know what it is. We've seen what it is. We experience real life. You know, these dudes are out here, and this is what gets me. This is what gets me. You get these dudes that come from impoverished areas, and they want to, make it out and do something right for their families. They want to make that money and everything.
Still on, bro. I'm still on, Mike. We're holding strong, bro. We just got off all kinds of different topics. We're not even talking about football no more, bro. We're just somewhere else.
Coming from these areas, but then they get an opportunity and they don't even take the opportunity and take the blessings that they're getting from this opportunity and making a better way. No, they decide that they want to stay with the foolishness.
Yeah.
And now, you jump on the internet and there's a million different reports and videos and blogs about what happened to this slang rapper, who was known for this and that. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like,
That's crazy that you say that, bro, because that's just how like a lot of social media is. Like I had some food that I know that's close, and he straight told me, bro, he don't even know anything about this situation, but he just uses his content because it brings in views.
Right.
Like, well, that's a cold shot, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that's why like for the most part, bro, like because the thing about me, I'm on a whole soul search, bro. Like I have my faith, homie, and I have to live that line. I have to push that line because wholeheartedly, bro, like that's my passion. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so mentally like this is a real deal. Like between the chat and between I'm distraught, homie. I'm so de-energized behind the lifestyle, bro. Like it's not like I have a lot of respect from people. Like I got homies that respect me and love me, bro. But me being 40, homie, and just went through the tundra of like politicking, I got my energy level is like low, bro. Like I literally have a lot of trauma behind politicking, homie. So I try to live life where I try to like persuade individuals never to go down that road behind testimonies and just kind of explaining, the trauma, because it's not just going to prison, bro. Like it's a mental gymnastics. You get like when you really in trauma your whole life, you have emotional trauma gymnastics, bro. It's a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? And I'm barely figuring out at 40, like the mental aspect. I'm mentally fucked up behind PTSD, behind prison PTSD. Like I don't live this life normal, homie. I'm out here every day on edge. And I don't think people understand that aspect to a T. Where it's not just going to prison, bro. It's a mental thing that you deal with when you get older. Like you trying to figure it out. You might have been politicking war your whole life, and now you're trying to be normal, and you can't even be normal because your mind don't allow you to be normal. You're always on the edge. You're paranoid around. Your head's on a swivel. You can't even focus.
Man, man. One little thing it will trigger you. One little thing will just trigger you.
So, in saying that, and I'm not gonna give the whole spiel, right? 2 days ago. This is 2 days ago. No lie, no nothing, bro. I'm at a Subway with Lady Sev, and I see some fools hit the block, homie, and they walk past, and they're kind of looking. So I don't recognize these dudes, but my mind went straight to like, damn, I'm like, who are these fools, bro? So I walk out. And I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like me being who I was, I gotta say something to get attention. It ain't even directly toward them. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, hit a whistle, bro, and they put their attention on me. So right off that, I'm like, oh, these people are trying to get me. And I went straight for something that could get me in trouble, bro. And I didn't even realize it. I just clutched. Yeah. And I don't even realize this shit, bro. And I'm like, oh, bro, Lady Sev's like hollering at me, like, get in the fucking car. But my mind's already, these fools are trying to get me. And it wasn't even that big of a deal, bro. But when I got in the car and I started thinking, I'm like, fool, what did I just do? Because I'm in the middle of a parking thing, and there's people watching this shit, and I'm literally in the whole situation, bro. Like I don't have rope around my neck. Now, if it goes further and I'm forced to, you know what I'm saying, do what I have to do, like I'm gonna be the one that's in trouble. And I really honestly felt like that because there was more than one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, straight up.
My mental's messed up, bro. And that's what people don't realize. Like, bro, you never get away from that shit. Mentally.
Man.
That's why you have to do stuff to actually take yourself out of them situations, bro, and have peace. Because if you don't make peace, you're always just going to be stuck in a rut. You know what I'm saying? So, youngsters, before you think about anything in this game, bro, like think about just like live peaceful. Like who want? Like man, go enjoy your life. There's no reason to be.
It's not. It's not. I'm 46 years old and I still go through it.
Yeah.
I'm 46 and I still go through it. You know what I'm saying? It'll be if I hear like a loud noise go off, I'm jumping up and I'm turning around and I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh hell no.
If I hear people arguing, you know what I'm saying? If I hear somebody kind of yell out, I'm turning around to see if they talking about me.
Yeah.
Because that's where my first intention is going to, not knowing that they're trying to get somebody else's attention.
Nah, you know, and I guess this is kind of why like we have like aspect of YouTube, right? And that's kind of why I started my platform, is because like having fun on YouTube. And this is why I had to explain to my community and the people that are subs, like having YouTube and having fun and not being monetized, bro, and just being able to have fun on YouTube, it takes me away from like a lot of stuff that I'm going through. But when I have like an agenda and I have to upload content and the negativity of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'd rather just not even be monetized and just have fun. That's why I do a lot of the football things, bro, because that's a piece. That's why we do it, because it gives us a piece of what we enjoy. Football, trash talk. Like I love trash talking, bro. So that's why I do that a lot, is because it's just to actually bring some fun in life. Trash talking, bro. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why kind of we built these platforms, bro. Is like sometimes it's therapeutic. But then again, that's why I don't dibble and dabble in the negativity of YouTube. I used to all the time. Because I'm like, you know, I'm not. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to do that.
Right? Nah, straight up. You know that, and that's the direction, you know, I went into now. You know, even though I wouldn't even say I'm even dealing with a situation now. It's just people don't know how to take accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like once I said I was done with the drama, I'm done with all the nonsense. I'm done with it all. You know, don't bring that to my channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That should have been the end of that. But people still want to come over to my channel and start doing things and want to say things and want to take what I'm going through and feed it into some beef that I have nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I called it out.
Yeah.
But does that mean that I'm in a beef or no? They could do whatever they need to do. I'm laughing. I'm still moving on. You know what I'm saying?
No, you have to, bro. And like you have to, you know, you have to get to a point, especially with this shit. Like even if people bring up your name for click value or any type of content, you kind of sometimes just have to let them do what they're gonna do and just like talk to themselves. Because I have like lingering beefs that they still just talk about me, and I'm like, some fool just brought up that randomly just recently. I'm like, bro, I thought homegirl was dead. I thought homegirl was dead. I thought homie was resting and pissed. I didn't even know he was alive still. Like, why is I haven't talked to the dude in over 6 months to 7 months, and like I don't get notifications. I don't understand it, but you have to let them do what they're gonna do and just not feed into that shit. But it's hard, bro. Sometimes it's hard, you know. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, bro. You know, I mean, yeah, no, that's that though, bro.
Yeah, that's the other part of it, you know, because we're so used to, you know, responding and checking fools that got something to say or trying to put dirt on your name. You know, it is kind of hard to, you know, just let that go. But at the same time, it's about what kind of discipline do we have?
Yeah, not definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So if we have discipline, you know, the way that we say that we have in the way that we came up and were raised, then we have to apply that in these type of situations. You know. Because it's easy to sit up here and go back and forth and all that, but what is that gaining? It's not gaining anything.
Yeah, especially when it's like took out of context. Like there's debates and like maybe bickering, but when it's on some stuff where it's like a full on fools really think they're beefing with you over some shit. It's like, bro, like yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I won't even ever see you. I won't ever even see you in life. Why are you?
Right.
You're stupid for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
great coach.
You know what I'm saying? If you got conflicts, like if you see me, just do what you have to do. But it's like, damn, bro, I'm not beefing with you. Even just because I say that you're in the wrong for something or I don't like your take on something, don't mean I'm beefing with you, bro.
Right. Exactly. You know, we say Grant Cohen. Oh, nah. I have nothing to do with him, but now there's a whole lot of other people that
Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on?
I ain't got no beef with nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, so to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? Let's make this clear. There's no beef. We're all peace. It's all about good peace. There's no beef. But don't be coming over here troll with 100 accounts. You might get banned by moderators, bro. I'm not gonna ban you, but my moderators might ban you. That's what a lot of people were mad about too. The mods banning people, but you bring that's I mean, you don't have the ball on your court, so if you get banned, that's just your bad. You did it to yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, you come in with disrespect, then you know what I'm saying. You got to suffer the consequences.
The homie said, "Yeah, Corey, you better chill out, man. You're gonna get in timeout." That's hilarious, fool.
Yeah. But hey, man, sure, I gotta jump off of here.
I'm done too, bro. I went on Arch. I went past what I was even gonna do. 3 hours, but yeah, shout out to everybody, man. If you guys ain't tapped into the homie Jay Millie's channel, Jay Militant, man, y'all go sub him up. I salute to the chat. Appreciate everybody that pulled up, man. You know what it is. Any last word, my homie? You know what I'm saying? Any last word before you go?
Hey, stay tuned in. I will be live tonight.
You already know. Yeah, go sub up to him. Hit his live. We in there, man. I salute. God bless everybody. Let's go.
All right, y'all.